If love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They
don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin. Hold to the show, man. Still on the stars with the show, and till then, his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life, better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side fly. Wish I could large, so many more. Never a bar, 10 in the morning, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube and view it for free. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what are they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody.
Long morning already.
What's wrong, dude? Your AC's broken?
AC's broken. The ants are up on top of the roof again.
Not a bad day to have your AC broken though. Could be worse.
Yeah, but
Well, till like noon.
Yeah.
well, but here's the problem, because there's 2 ACs. My side is nice and chilly, so when I come over here, I'm like, why y'all got the AC running 24 hours a day? So it took me a couple of days, and the weather has been cool in the morning, so we haven't really gotten the full effects other than the AC running constantly. So turn it on, call the AC. They say, because I just got them like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, those.
And-
I mean, they might just be
Yeah.
flooded like on the tubes.
No.
You might just have to like.
No, the outside doesn't spin. So
the
the
blade
inside
doesn't
comes
spin?
on, but so it's something outside. So
Weird.
I say, yeah, man, still under warranty, right? Here's what these mother.
Service call. Petard.
Yes.
Oh,
The if we got to change a part, the part is warranted. The service
The
is
labor is not.
right.
I feel
Yeah.
like Toby, you didn't do AC, you did like some sort of electrician work. I feel like this world is familiar to you for some reason.
No, but I've you can fix some minor things in your AC. Like I've vacuumed out like a clog
Soot.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
the
You
soot.
know, but and sometimes I like. There was one time like I was like, oh, the AC is broken. I was going to a Heat game and I was like, I don't think this is a major thing, and so I had to call the AC and they're like, yeah, you just had a clog, $250. I was like,
Right.
I could have fixed that.
I
I could have
know.
fixed that, but it was like one of those. You ever like have to get something fixed, but you're kind of in a panic crunch for time.
Here's why. First of all, my wife thinks she's Tim the Two-Man Taylor, right? So if there's a problem, she thinks she could just put on her tool belt and fix it. Here's the problem. When you start working on your own stuff and then you really have a problem, then it costs you even more money because now you done touched your own stuff. It ain't under warranty. It wasn't
Yeah,
fixed by a licensed
yeah.
person. So the fact that it's only been a year and a half since I got the units, I'm like, I'm not messing. No. She goes, oh, just let me open it up. It's probably clogged or something. I said, that's not why. Oh, she goes,
Yeah, I'll do that.
she's
With like a
out.
dish.
When I get home, I went to the store. I get home. She's outside looking into the air, the thing outside with a flashlight. She goes, when you call them, just tell them it's the compressor. I'm like, get your ass in the house.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm a big fan of YouTube Handyman too. Like I'll
Oh.
figure out how to fix something,
Dude.
but
no.
it never goes back quite the same, especially like
No,
a dishwasher
right.
clog or something like that.
Oh, she did that the other day. Dishwasher wasn't cleaning. I come in, she got parts and the dishwasher pulled out. I'm like, can you stop?
Big
It
spoons
costs
and a big
more to
spoon.
fix your but it costs more to fix her mistakes,
Nah,
right?
I like
Like,
it.
no, but like here, think about
Yeah.
this.
Tinkerers. That's what you are. Bunch of tinkerers.
I'm not.
Tobin and Big Spoon, just a
Big
bunch
look,
of
tinkering.
tinkering.
That's
It
right.
feels good though when you fix something yourself. It feels good.
Oh, I had to. We almost came to blows when she wanted to change the ceiling fan. I'm like,
Love
what are
clean.
you doing?
I love fixing a toilet. Oh, you ever fix a toilet like a
Yeah, wait. No.
Did you figure that
She
out?
gave me a
Fine, dude.
list. She gave me a list. Here, toilet's broken, right? It's cracked. Here's what I need. You go over and here's what I need you to get me.
I like that.
I'm like, what?
That's why she's Big Spoon.
So wait. So I go, I'm thinking it's like a couple little parts or whatever, right? She goes, you don't need the whole bowl. All you need is this part. Well, they don't sell that part. $500 later, I'm strolling in with this heavy-ass toilet bowl. She goes, why'd you get the whole thing? Because they don't sell it by part.
What was the piece?
The part that holds the water cracked.
Oh, so just the top? Yeah, you
Yeah.
might as well just get a new bowl. That's silly.
You can't buy it just the top.
Yeah, you can't just buy the top.
Right.
They all,
And plus, keep in mind, let's all think of it this way. Does anybody know how long a toilet lasts? Like forever.
I mean,
So
usually
this is probably the toilet that came with the house.
toilet's definitely one of those things that like they made a lot better back in the day than they do now. Like a porcelain toilet back, that thing is, I mean, I had when I moved, my house was very old, the one that I bought, and we had like an old school Florida pink toilet. And that puppy would have stayed there forever. I mean, until my wife's like, I'm really sick of this 70s toilet. Can we please replace it? And look, we have a toilet. It's fine, but it ain't like it was. Like I knew that thing was going to hold up forever. You know, had the old school pole on it, you know?
Yeah. So I had to go, right? And then here's the kicker, right? I'm her muscle, right?
Yep.
So not only do I have to take orders, I got to lift all the heavy crap, and she just sitting there with a couple of screws and a wrench.
Of course.
I'm like, slide it over
Operation.
a little bit.
I like
I'm
the
like,
operation.
No.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm just so.
You're not for the handy life. I get it, dude.
No, I do. Listen, here's what I do. I know what I can fix, and I know here's why I want to have somebody come do it, because I want to blame them if it goes wrong.
You do like blaming.
Sometimes the things that could go wrong will cost you 10 times as much money. So you just go ahead on and pay it, right away. Like, for example, you want to mess with the electrical changing the ceiling fan?
I've done it.
Okay. I would rather not. I'm not touching electrical wires and all that stuff, right? Big Spoon is like, okay, this is the hot one. I'm like, no. I'm like, look, she's over that mess when I'm like, move it back. Like, no.
Stun Steve says Tobin had the same toilet when they hit the gun. Just to be clear, I didn't mean like a yank down chain. I just meant like there's something about like the water pressure pull of an old toilet that you just don't have in the new ones.
Well, the new ones just go,
like it's just not the same. I
right.
like, but then like the fill up is like, it takes forever. Like if anybody still has an old Florida toilet, you know what I'm talking about. And that settles, but it sounds like there's a water park in your house for like a good, like I remember my grandfather's house sounded like this, my house.
Wait. I got one for you with the old toilet. Just jiggle a handle.
Yeah.
You gotta go
balance it out. Anyway, let's get to our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
As Dade South.
I was invested in that game.
As Dade South and Schmeathan point out, the toilet down in Little Havana, 0-7 on the season. It is certainly clogged. First team in Major League Baseball history, Leroy, to make the playoffs, start the next season 0-7. Wild.
Hey, who do I blame? All right.
Hey, we just keep winning. Even when we lose, we win. First, that's something.
Yep, exactly. The only person winning right now is the Burger King.
And Robbie.
Right.
Who, listen, Robbie could be a fan of yours for life. But if you have a trend, he betting that trend.
Yeah. Who do we blame is a good question, Marcos. Who can we be mad at?
Injuries?
I don't really know. You can't be mad at Peter Bendix. He just got here.
I don't know.
He's made like 2 moves.
Kim Angus never did this to me.
Buster only made this point yesterday. He goes, Kim Ang is gone after, leading the front office, and then they wanted to go somewhere in a different direction. And yeah, she might be somewhere laughing. Of course, she's not here, but it's not like she didn't have a hand in some of these players either, So
yeah, but you know what?
Unless you want to believe in like karmatic firing, like not or karmatic parting of ways, like you parted ways with her, and this is just something this is cursing the Marlins now.
No, you know what it is though? Is that
sounds good.
Sometimes did give Bobby Garcia $53 million.
Sometimes you have a vision for certain players, and then that new person comes in and he don't have that same vision. So even though those players are leftovers from the last person, their roles might not be what the new person wants them to be.
Maybe. I mean, look, it's tough to not look at them and be like, hey, you're going at this with 3 guys that weren't supposed to be in the rotation. So I'm trying to be a little graceful on it.
And it's a very long season.
It's just a very bad look. Like how do you, like in baseball, you start 0-7, you couldn't squeak out 1. Nothing went your way. Like the thing that's crazy about it is they have found every single way to lose a baseball game. The only way that they would be able to go is an old school Sandy, go up 1-0. He's got to go 9 because otherwise they'll find a way to lose over 9 innings, some way, somehow, sometimes over extra innings. And that's what's been frustrating about it. But I
gotta tell you, I'm not familiar with this Tobin.
Patient Tobin?
Yeah.
I don't see. Here's the thing.
Like,
it's like
this is like role reversal because I'm usually the patient guy, right? And you're the guy streets need a body.
To be clear, I think they're going to be bad. I don't think this is going to be like I've already been swayed. Like I went into the year thinking they're going to be.
Should 7 games sway you that much?
I'm trying to be mature. I'm trying to be mature because they don't have 3 of their pitchers. But
the bullpen sucks.
Everything sucks though. Like their hitting is not great.
Well, here, can I say this? The amount of runs that they scored in some of those games, they should be able to win games.
But that's what I said. But Leroy, that's what I mean. They've had games where they can't hit and they've gotten great starting pitching or decent starting pitching. But they've done like they'll lose a game 3-1. They'll lose a game 10-9. They've lost a game. Yesterday they got the doors blown off them. They have found like every single way there has been a way to lose over these first 7 games. It's depressing. And it feels hopeless.
Here. I would say you're in a bad mood and you're cranky with an 0-7 start. But with 155 games to go, you ain't depressed yet.
People are mad.
You can be mad.
People are mad. They wanted their free burgers and not Jake.
You can be upset, right? I get it. But now it's too soon to be depressed. If you're depressed after 7 games, woo!
Man.
Woo!
Well, they're back at it today.
What that usually think about baseball is you back at it damn near every day.
St. Louis Cardinals. Skip Schumacher gets his return to St. Louis opening day.
Oh, they're on the road. They're on the road.
Oh, they're on the road now. Yep.
Now, wouldn't it be something if
we sweep on the road? Wouldn't that be
amazing?
Yeah. Then
maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
No
Cardinals aren't thought to be like that great, so maybe.
Is Wainwright back with them, right?
I think they're always going to have Wainwright. I think he might be 57 years old.
He's going
to be like he's like Charlie Huff.
But wait, didn't he win like a World Series MVP?
He's won everything.
Right, but I'm just saying, like that was a long time ago.
Of course.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. Yeah. But And then I think they're off tomorrow because it's St. Louis's opening day, so they have that grace day just in case there's a rain out. So it's a 3-game series, and we've already talked about them too much, quite frankly. Leroy, you were invested in the Pinks yesterday, you said.
Ah, dude, you know what? And I have no idea what's going on, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I understand the rules, right? I understand the aggregate and the 2-legger.
Yep.
I understand you don't want to give up 2 road goals because now you got to score 2 and win the game.
Especially cough up a lead,
Right.
you know?
Right. And they looked so good for so long. And then they didn't. And I'm like, come on, somebody. I'm like, I invested too much time in this.
Soccer loves that forever power play, huh? They just ban you.
Yo, that damn red card, dude. I was like,
Red card, you got to
What
just
is
play
this?
with less guys forever.
the
Yeah.
whole time?
Yeah.
And then, like 4 minutes later, they scored a goal. And I was like, all right, great. Perfect.
But you know what's funny about that? Is
You
that
should be able to come
wait,
back.
no, this is the craziest thing. The craziest thing about that is you got a whole sideline full of guys stretching, and you still got to play with 10.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's really ridiculous.
It's tough. But wait, and who got the red card? Because there was a guy early in the game. He was asking for it.
David Ruiz got the red card.
He I don't know if it was him early on in the game. That's what I was trying to
Yeah, he
figure
got 2
out.
yellow. He got the 2 yellows.
Because one guy got a yellow like as soon as the game started, and they were saying it was accidental yellow.
You know what? It's I don't know if you guys saw last night. Did you see how Rangers Devils started just with a 5?
Oh, they just 5-on-5
brawl?
fight. Yeah,
The goalies nearly squared off. It was great.
That's good.
that's too many
But-
pads to fight though.
Yeah, he had to take off his blocker. He was trying, but then he's like, it's not worth it.
Right.
But the thing that's funny about it is you get really tired in a hockky fight. You're like, these guys gave their all. Like they were
the
just
game hadn't even started yet
because
and
they're holding each other with the. Oh, I got your sweater. You got my sweater. One guy's trying to jab with the sweater. One guy's trying to come around while he's held like this.
Hey,
It's the most awkward. It's the most awkward, hilarious fights ever.
You usually hold on with this one.
Yep.
And then this is your knockout hand.
Yeah.
And they use it, but nobody really hits anybody.
Because if a guy's got range on you, you're not getting to his head. You're like,
right.
So
and, I mean, there's not like nobody ever goes to the uppercut. Nobody goes to the body shot. Right. And then after it's all said and done, they're all exhausted.
Yep.
Right. There's no penalties, right? You can't do penalties all 5.
No, they kicked out, I think, like half the teams.
Kicked them out?
Kicked them out.
I think 8 players were ejected.
Yep.
Wow.
Crazy.
So as you I gotta just tell you from my own personal experience, if that would happen to me and I'm one of the guys I'm like, are you serious? now I'll be skating for 45 minutes.
We might get it tonight. The Panthers, we got the well, I don't know if Matthew's gonna be playing, but usually when we get 2 Tkachuk brothers on the ice,
they fight right away. I don't get it.
Shenanigans happen. So we'll check that on out. We'll take a break here on the show. Those headlines were brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
You're getting old, and we know trucks because you did that already.
Did I?
It's all right, man. Palmetto Ford getting double the money.
I was just making sure everything in my house works. Anyway, we'll take a break. Back after this.
Hey,
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy take you up until 2 here on the program. If you guys want to go to Tortuga, got another pair of 3-day passes for you. We'll give those away. Lainey Wilson going to be there. Jason Aldean, Hardy. It's going to be a great show on Fort Lauderdale Beach. And if you guys want to win your way in, check it on out. We'll give that away later on today. Good night for the Heat last night in the NBA. The Brooklyn Nets, shout out, beat the Pacers last night.
Let's go.
They beat the Pacers yesterday, and the Miami Heat are no longer in the play-in. They have moved up to 6, and obviously got to take care of business. Still plenty of games, very important. You got the Pacers on Sunday. You got Sixers tonight. But you got an old thing you get to control now, which is called your own destiny. So let's see what Miami can do with it tonight. Obviously, a huge matchup. Sixers in town tonight. You could really put distance. You finish the tiebreaker. You put them down in the play-in for good, and they can go deal with that, and the Celtics can go face Joel Embiid in the first round. That'd be great. The Heat, if they stay 6, right now they're positioned with the Cavs. There's still some jockeying. I'll tell you what, man, these Bucks. Whew. Doc, what's going on, man? I heard you yesterday. You're blaming everybody for your road. You said you're not professional on the road, and he's not even referring to the players. He's like, I'm watching our whole staff. We just don't have the professionalism on the road. Doc, why do you always reach for these types of reasons?
Well, it's so much easier to blame the staff instead of messing with Dame and Giannis. You feel me? I know where my bread is buttered.
Man, well, these
he's like they just look sloppy.
Yep.
And it starts, and here's the problem. Doc can say what he wants. Doc can do what he wants. But it starts with Giannis throwing the ball all over the damn place.
Yeah.
You know, what do you do about that? And here's the other kicker. For some reason, they're terrible when Dame doesn't play. So if Giannis doesn't play and Dame plays, they still win.
Their record with Adrian Griffin was 30-13. Doc Rivers, they have been 15-15.
Yeah, well, we saw this, right? With Paul Maurice last year. So hopefully it kind of has that same.
Yes, but they didn't fire their coach before Paul. Paul Maurice got to get the start from the jump.
Yeah, but it was
weird firing.
It took a while.
It took a while. Yeah, I get you that the Panthers, it took them a while to get in. But again, it wasn't an in-season move where you were already successful.
I'm saying it took a while before they started doing the things Paul Maurice wanted and playing that way. And when we saw it, it was like a different team. I'm not saying that Doc is trying to do the same thing, but I'm saying is that maybe they're working on some stuff. I don't know.
We have to get to a very. Are you okay?
Yeah. Let me go see what's going on.
He's gonna go peruse. I'll save what I was gonna get to because I don't want to waste it without Leroy here. But yeah, man, I don't know. He's sitting here and he's talking about the construction. He's talking about the everything. He says, I've been sitting back and watching everything, not just our players, but our travel crew, everything. We don't bring the necessary professionalism and the seriousness on the road. What?
What's strange is, okay, so we've given him a grace period to understand he was put in what he deemed as a situation he would never wish on anybody. But even if you were to begin the season right now, if we rewind to the beginning of the season, the first 30 games, and you told me with this talent and this coach that the Bucks start off 15-15, that would deem a firing. The original firing on this team is still like, what? This is what you did for?
Well, the other thing that's strange about it is you would assume that there was, like, if you're going to fire a guy for 30-13, you're basically saying that you're doing that based on talent and not professionalism. So for Doc Rivers to come here and still say there's issues with that team because of professionalism is hilarious to me, because this guy just comes out there and look, man, he has found every excuse under the sun with this team, and it's why you can't really respect him. Yes, they got Giannis and they got Dame, but you really think, like, even if the Heat ended up in a series with them again, you're afraid of this team? Like, I don't see it. I don't see it. And that's why it's so critical for the Miami Heat to go out there and take care of their business, because yeah, I'm sure Boston's going to be a challenge. They could shoot the lights out. They clinched number 1 throughout the playoffs yesterday, but Miami still has that mental thing with Boston where it's just like they're not going to fear them. And so if Miami gets into this postseason and doesn't have to do it, because I don't want to go through the play-in. I want Miami to be in a spot where they can be in a seat. I would like, and the big reason I say that is I really would like Marcos to figure the Tyler Herro thing out. I don't want to figure that out against the Celtics. I'd rather the Heat figure out what the situation. How does Jaime relate to the playoffs? Is he going to be in the playoff rotation? I do think that there are things that could really benefit Miami from having a series. Dude, they're not scared of Cleveland, and they're not scared of Orlando, and they're not.
Nope.
It's not to say those teams don't have talent. They have talent. But dude, you're going to sit here and you're going to, what person in their right mind with if I gave them their mortgage, I say, you got to bet the mortgage on this month. You got to take the Heat or the Knicks, the Heat or the Magic, the Heat or the Bucks, the Heat or the Cavs. I mean, dude, unless you are wearing those other teams' colors, you're not going to ride with Eric Spoelstra. You're not going to ride with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, who have been doing this time in and time out many different ways. I just look, it's a critical game tonight, and Miami still, I think, has something to prove through this regular season because they got everybody mostly back outside of Tyler. It's a very critical next 3 days with this game and then going on the road for Houston and the Pacers. But you get there and you're able to do it within a playoffs without having to do this stupid play-in. And even forget about the matchups early on. It's not even that concerns me as much. I would prefer taking on a Milwaukee or a Boston later on. I would prefer that. But the thing I want most, Marcos, out of anything, I want that damn week off when they're doing this stupid play. I want a week off. I want Jaime to go get a massage. All right. I want somebody to rub Kevin Love's feet. I want Tyler Herro to get back. Mostly out of anything. This Heat team, if they're playing for anything over these, it's not playoff matchup. It's not avoiding the top teams. I would prefer it. I would prefer to take those teams on later. I'm not going to be a phony about it. But the thing I want the most for this team, for this Heat team, you get through these next 6 games, you put yourself in a position to not have to do that dumbass play-in tournament, and you get to sit on your ass for a week and rest and recover and get everybody. Bam in that stupid hip, Jimmy in his foot, all these little nagging injuries that play. You get a nice week to just decompress, and you start off, and probably you're going to start off against a team that you're going to feel really good against. So, man, it's a critical next few days for Miami. Huge, but it's right there for them. I feel really good about how they've been playing.
Wow. It's a new Tobin.
This has always been Tobin.
No.
This is always me.
No. You want me to do Tobin?
What?
You kind of sound like me. Let me do Tobin. You know what? I don't care if we're in the play-in. I don't care if we're in the 6th seed. I don't care if we're the
That's not what I sound like.
Heat 5. Heat 5, baby. Heat 5.
That's not what I sound like.
What?
That's not what I sound like.
That's what you say.
I closed my eyes for a second and I thought it was Tobin.
No, that's not what I sound like. I'm very well reasoned.
Now all of a sudden you're a voice of what has happened to me today? By the way, can I just tell you what happened to me?
What?
So as I told you, the parts are free, right? The part is, so when the guy pulls in, he comes over, I bring him inside, he shows him the thing. We go outside, show him where the unit is, right? And I say, hey, text me, right, when you need me. And I'll just come out because I do a radio show inside.
Mhm.
Okay,
Gotcha.
right? There's a knock at the door. My mother-in-law knocks on the door and hands me his phone. The lady at the office says, well, we need to know if you need a... I said, why didn't he just text me? There's a language barrier. I said, is that my problem? Right?
Unreal.
So she goes, do you want us to do the work or not?
What?
Like, yes.
Of course.
Right. So I'm like, I left specific, and I'm looking right at him because I'm on his phone. I said, did I not tell you to text me? That's
Gave
what
you the
does.
shrug?
He gave me a shrug.
Give you the MJ shrug.
Right. Like,
Yeah, was it the MJ shrug or was it the Haley Van
here's
Lith
what-
shrug?
she goes, there's a language barrier. I'm like, there wasn't a language barrier when I explained it, and he says, okay.
Crazy.
Like, what? Ah! So then she gives me do you want us to continue to work or what? I'm like, yeah, since he gutted the unit outside, and I see you out there. I see you. He's right outside the window.
Why is
Bet you
he
he
up?
understands English now.
Your AC unit's on the roof?
No. Right outside the window on the ground. I don't have a 2-story house.
Are you in a basement? Because you like looked up. I was like, what
No,
is he
because
looking
I was looking through the cracks of the window. The blinds were down.
I gotcha. All
Right.
right, we'll take a break. We have an investigation that we have to get into. I need to understand. I don't know if what I'm seeing in the internet is real or fake. The crazy thing is the fact that I have to debate whether it's real or not just shows you where we're at. Tell you about it next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Heat back on the hardwood tonight as they are taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid officially questionable as of right now, but I imagine biggest game of their season, he's going to probably go.
But here's the deal. Here's what you have to understand.
Mm-hmm.
When you come back from injuries like that, right? And you put that much stress, game time situations, that next day he's probably a little sore.
Interesting.
So is it sore from
plus the travel?
Right. Is it sore from just not doing it and your body's a little sore and that's why you're sore? Or are you sore from, that area and where the injury was? So that's probably something they'll pay attention to, because keep in mind, the most important thing is to have Joel ready for the playoffs.
For sure.
Right? Because if you gut it out and play 5 of the next 6 games and then you're hobbling in the playoffs, then that's a bad job by the 76ers.
I want him to play tonight. I hope he does suit it up. I want to see this Heat team. I like seeing them against competition. First of all, we've already seen this team. When guys are out, there's just a natural letdown. I like seeing them go up against the best competition they can.
At some point, like where this team is now, right? You could put a couple of trash bags across. They're supposed to play a certain way because they're trying to get to a certain point in the season, and there's only 6 or 7 games left, right? So, who they're playing should be irrelevant.
It should
be. How they
be.
play and the effort in which they put into playing should be the most important thing. So I don't care who's playing.
By the way, if you're going to the Heat game tonight, stop by 601 out on the East Plaza for a live broadcast of Preheat with Solana. We'll be handing out WQAM swag tonight before Heat and Sixers. So if you want some free swag,
God knows there's a lot of it because nobody's in the building. Huh?
What do you mean we got new shirts?
There's new WQAM shirts according to Mark Hockman's story from last Friday. Yeah.
All right. What did they say?
Nah, it just says the logo.
Oh, okay.
But they look great. Make sure you get some today.
Let me ask you guys something.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have something like culture on them or something like that.
The internet yesterday had something, and I don't know if it's real or not.
Oh no. I don't
know if it's
I leave this up to you.
Yeah, I don't know
because I will fall for it.
Yeah, it's two things. I don't know if it's old, and I don't know if it's new, and I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's fake. But yesterday, perusing Heat Twitter, there is a photo going around that appears to be Jimmy Butler on a horse in Miami. Now,
wait. So, question.
Yep.
And here's the thing that you really need to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
That's far away. Is that Jimmy?
Yeah. Well, first of all,
how can you tell?
I mean, you can if you zoom in on it a little bit, it does look very much like Jimmy.
Like that. Okay.
It does very much look like. But here's the thing. So
this is like Kawhi Chipotle.
What's that? Kawhi Chipotle. Well, I mean, it's like that, except
photo evidence here.
Can I just say this is Tobin's fault, right? Because you start taking pictures and start saying what things are, and now people all over South Florida.
I mean, it looks very much like Jimmy Butler on a horse.
Yeah. Now, when is this picture taken? When is this picture
Well, that's the thing. So I first saw it on a couple of Heat accounts. One of them is Emo Jimmy. It's a Twitter account. They aggregate a lot of stuff. But I looked to see where they had found it, and he said, well, one of my followers sent it to me on Reddit. I love Reddit. So I go to Reddit, and I put in Jimmy Butler horse, and I find it on the NBA Talk Reddit account. And if JFig, can you put the photo back up? Not that one, the last. So it's some guy who puts, yo, is Jimmy Butler really cruising around MIA on a horse? And I don't know.
First of all, that ain't no bum horse either.
That's a great looking horse.
Yes, I'm like usually horses walking the street like that. Like I'm telling you, in Davie, they're drooping in the middle, right? They're like old horses. That horse is a fine looking horse.
If anybody has seen Jimmy Butler, if any of you saw Jimmy Butler and you saw him on a horse in Miami, 305-567-0560.
Well, here's why I question it. When was the last time you saw that car that he's walking by?
That's an old car, but it is Miami. There are certain places you'll see that car.
Hey, no, dude.
Unless it's a commercial set, and that's part of the commercial. Because I can't imagine Jimmy Butler for just leisure is not riding around on horseback.
That kind of looks like it's close to the station, though.
Here's the other thing. It would have been really cool if we'd had on that purple outfit.
Yes.
Goes
up to that game tonight on horseback.
But then it's pre-planned. I feel like this is like he's just going to. He forgot.
Yeah, but dude,
milk and eggs, and he's on his way.
The pants he's wearing cost almost the same as the horse, so he can't. You can't go too much, right?
But do you realize what it's like to have the best player on your team have something like this, and we're like, yeah, I can see it.
Yes. Well, and that's why it's on a handle Emu Jimmy, because we never thought we'd see that either.
No.
So Jimmy on the horse is like, oh yeah, of course.
Can anybody ask him about this tonight? Is this a reasonable question to ask? I can't ask him if he was on a horse. I gotta ask him if he's a. What if he goes?
You got to show him the picture.
Yeah, but what if I show him the picture and he goes, "Why do you think that looks like me?" And then I'm in a situation.
Because
he's a troll.
Hey, wait, you know what I would say? Oh, so we all look alike.
Exactly.
And then you're gonna do you're gonna do everything. No. I have black friends. That's the go-to. Look, no, wait. I don't think there's nothing wrong with asking him. And I
need to know if this is real or not.
Here's the problem. You're terrified that he's going to do something I would do. Yes. Right. You like.
Tell him it's the earring. Oh, no, you guys have the same earring. That's why.
Wait, you know what you tell him? Yeah, I thought it was you because of the earring, and nobody riding a horse around here going to be wearing those fancy-ass pants.
Those are some fancy-ass pants.
So you got to listen. I'm telling you, as a black man, I'm giving you ways to say or for him to understand why you asked if it was him. The earring.
I also think it's him because it's him.
The earring is blinging from down the street.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think you should say blinging from down the street, though, Tobin. Maybe you shouldn't.
But look at this horse. This horse is better. Dude. This is the nicest horse I've ever seen in my life.
Looks like it just ran in the Florida Derby.
That horse is like that horse gets groomed, dude.
Right. No, listen. That ain't no street horse. No, that horse is only seen at night.
Emo Jimmy on Twitter is right, where like this does not help his cause against Josh Hart, who says he does nothing but side quests until the playoffs.
Yes. Wait. If Josh Hart say, "Was I wrong? The man is riding a horse."
Have you seen that horse,
dude? Listen, Marcos.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, what little I know about horses and what little I know about the horses I've seen being ridden around Davie, right? That is a grade 1, top of the line show pony. That's not just no regular horse. There. That's not no regular horse. You see the way that thing look? Put the picture back up. That horse is walking across that street like he is the show. Whoever's on my back is irrelevant.
It's a very confident horse.
Very confident.
Okay,
he got on them Louis Vuitton horseshoes. Look, that's a fancy horse.
If the photo is fake, they did a great job of adding that shadow. That shadow makes me feel like maybe this was a real photo.
But the thing is, like, okay, let's just say this is real, okay, and this is a commercial, right? Like, Jimmy Butler is not just perusing Miami on horseback.
Right. Without nobody approaching the damn horse. They're all
How-
just sitting in the car.
But my
You
thought
know
is like,
Miami
hold on.
people. You know Miami people. Jimmy, let me.
How are
let's
there
get
not?
a selfie?
Yeah,
Somebody
how are there
walking
not
up to that
9
horse.
videos of this on Only in Dade? Like, what's going on here?
That's true. That's
Unless it's a close set. Unless it's a
Close
close set.
set.
Bad Boys movie.
Why
I
would
think
he
they're
be
wrap
fucking around
filming.
the horse?
You guys are right. That's a good idea. Bad Boys movie on a closed set. That
What
is
am I supposed to do with this?
Dude, I'm just telling you. I'm
If
telling
this isn't
you.
in the Grand Theft Auto game,
I'm
I'll
telling
be
you
pissed.
now. Okay, you have been
Should we
given
ask
you have been given the task of asking the question. Have the picture ready. If he comes back at you with Jimmy Sass, you go, Jimmy. Look at this earring and look at those fancy pants, right?
Those are some fancy pants.
But half of Miami can't afford these pants. So I'm guessing it's you. Right?
All
So
Take-
you gotta come back. You can't just listen. Please don't let me hear you go, I have a black co-host.
No. Well, I might FaceTime you. I might face.
for
Just
street
have Leroy
cred,
in the pocket right there.
you know what I'm gonna make it worse.
Have Leroy ask.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, never met him.
I'd be like, yeah, he wanted you to know. Please.
No, don't you put that on me. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
We'll take a quick break. We're streaming live YouTube and Twitch. Miami 56 WQM. Back after this.
Daddy loves you guys.
Hour 2 with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you.
I've been perusing.
Hmm?
The best point that was made was by D. Matthews on 106. Wouldn't Jimmy post it on Insta too?
Well, unless he's shooting a commercial.
He put that video up,
Which one?
the purple suit.
When it was out, when it was ready for release.
Also, isn't that illegal? Maybe he didn't want to post illegal activity.
Is it illegal to ride a horse down in Miami?
I feel like that should be.
I mean, I got Gulfstream Park going on in Davie, so I don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
The only thing I thought was the only thing that I was that makes me skeptical. I think it's a commercial because like I went to Only in Dade's Instagram, right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, there's got to be 900 videos of somebody seeing Jimmy Butler on a horse, which makes me think it's either photoshopped or it was a closed set and it's for a commercial. All of it, which makes me terrified to ask him about it, and I don't really think I want to.
No! Oh my goodness!
Mm.
Now you don't have the stones to do something?
I don't want to
Oh,
get
Oh my
laughed at.
goodness! Wait a minute.
South.
Wait a minute. Hey, -1 for Salt.
Fine.
Wait,
South.
wait a minute. This is not our esteemed leader.
Mm.
You have never,
But you know how this is
No,
going to
no,
go
no.
for me.
you have never done this. What you are doing right now and shy away from a challenge. I don't know what to say.
Maybe I'll ask somebody else before him, and I'll be like,
No.
"Hey, did you see Jimmy on that horse?"
Oh, JFig said, just ask him, have you been
Oh,
around a
yes.
horse lately?
That's good. And then you could be like, Bam said he may have seen you on a horse.
Well, I'm not going to ask him, has he been around a horse lately? What I'm
Wait,
going to say
you
is,
can't ask his black friend?
why not?
True. Duncan.
No.
Go for Duncan.
No, not Duncan.
Easy bait.
K-Love.
Love.
Love.
Well, no, I think the question is, hey, there's this photo that went viral yesterday of you on horseback in Miami. What's the deal with that?
There.
Nah, never will work.
Yeah, because wait, see, you have to understand.
Never
They
will work.
know you. Jimmy knows you. So it ain't gonna be right.
Well,
This
first
is
of all, they
not-
got to win. That's the number one thing. I'm not asking that after a loss.
True.
Oh,
I mean, maybe I will.
so many rules.
Yeah, if it's a close game, just as long as they don't get blown out.
Why don't you create a sign, right?
Hmm?
Put it on a popsicle stick and then be like, who's this? And then just
Wait,
leave it
you
at
sure he's not signaling in plays for a college football game?
yeah, exactly. Just like something, they do it all the time on the sidelines. Just have something that says, who's this? And then, I don't know.
No, first of all, you can't go in there with no shady business trying to use your normal strategic, and crazy ways of how you try to get information. You got to just ask them.
Yeah, I
Right?
just got to ask him.
You got to ask them. You
Just gotta
can't
be like, hey,
Yeah, don't do like these reporters go, hey, Jimmy, there's something floating around. Get to your point.
yeah, were you on a horse in Miami yesterday?
Yeah, that's good. There you
Wait,
go.
Tobin, that's right. That's it. Tobin is afraid to silly sauce Jimmy.
It's not true. I'm not afraid to say. I'm
Oh,
very much afraid
what?
of what
What?
I'm
Because-
afraid of because Leroy is him trolling me back and being like, why do you think that's me?
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm terrified of.
You know
Which
what
would
you
be
should
better
say?
for the show.
You know what you should say?
Hmm.
Leroy told me. Like, listen,
All right, I'll do it. I'll do it.
hey, no,
I'll do it.
hold on. You make sure you get some video.
I'll have video. I always do.
This is gonna go god awful wrong. just tell it. It's a listen. Okay,
Hmm?
here to all white folks, when you get caught in a situation, right? You do not have to prove that you are not racist. You can't do it in 2 seconds.
No,
Don't try.
not gonna
Don't
try.
try. Don't try. The old I have black friends thing, that makes it worse. I'm telling you, this is a PSA from a black man. If you say to a black person, I have black friends, if you get called a racist, that's not the way to go. Right?
No.
If somebody's calling you that don't know you, then just don't give a damn about them. Just go on with your life. You don't have to prove to everybody.
I want to see it end up being like Jimmy Butler's doing a commercial for Griff's and Davy. They just spend an irresponsible amount of money for Jimmy Butler to be the official.
And then if he won't talk to you, and then you just kind of cry and go, but you said I had pretty eyes.
I'll just bat him. Yeah, okay, so I got to wear blue tonight.
Oh,
Vice blue though, not Sixer blue.
Oh,
can I just say this?
Hmm?
I cannot wait. I want to hear.
Leroy wants to get credentialed for tonight.
I cannot wait to see how this goes. Right? But they gotta win.
Yeah.
They gotta win. I agree with. Because if you go in there as a professional and you're not asking basketball questions after a loss, then
it's gonna end badly.
But the question has to be like listen, I hate this phrase because all reporters use when other reporters ask a question, right? It had to be asked.
But like sometimes it doesn't have to be asked, and I gotta be honest with you. The Heat's player being on best player being on a horse back around the city, it does have to be asked. Just after a win, though.
Does it have to be asked?
I'll sneak it in there. I know how to do it.
I mean, because 5 minutes ago you were terrified.
I'm very terrified of getting trolled back, but you did mention the eyes, and I think I have it out.
I'm telling you what you do. They're familiar with our show. They know we always go back and forth. You just tell them Leroy made me do it.
I can't say back to him if he says, "Why do you think that's me?" Leroy made me do it. He's gonna be like,
"That's the same. That's the same as saying you have a black friend."
How well?
Because if he says who's Leroy, my co-host.
Can you faint on command?
No.
No, you don't.
Oh Lord!
Wait! Why? Wait! You can't. Wait! You can't faint. Like, oh, I got the.
Why do I sound like a Southern Belle?
You can't. Wait! You can't faint like a Southern Belle as a grown ass man. That'll make him forget about that dumbass horse question.
You say heavens to Betsy.
If you just go heavens to Betsy, it just collapses.
Jimmy, was that you upon that glorious steed?
First of all, that is the best looking horse I've seen walking the street.
Oh my God, it's a beautiful horse.
Right. They're like, I don't think people understand.
That's a max contract horse.
Yeah. Dude, I got to tell you.
I'm more excited for the post game and the game.
I'm going to tell you right now, do not listen to Marcos.
Heavens to Betsy.
Like all of a sudden you go faint like a 1940s woman. Like what?
Well, I'll be.
Oh, Jimmy, that horse gave me the vapors. By the way,
oh my God,
you know what's funny? Tobin's laughing and he's yucking it up. Inside, he is. Whoo!
Well, but now it's getting to the point where like this is only going to be good show content, so that makes me excited. Man! All right, headlines.
We do know this. When you go in there, do not take any advice from either one of us because this is not good. It's not good. But if all else fails, just faint. Just faint.
My word.
Faint like a man. Don't faint like a man.
Is there a way to faint like a man?
Like if you fainting and you ain't got knocked out, no, there's no way.
Did I do the headlines? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The Pacers lost to the Nets last night. That puts Miami in the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference, but they got to still take care of their own business. They welcome in the 76ers tonight, 7:30. Tyler Herro remains out. The Sixers, they've listed Mo Bamba, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, and Tyrese Maxey as questionable for tonight's game. The Marlins fall to 0-7, losing 10-2 yesterday, and they'll be back at it today. Ryan Weathers on the hill this afternoon.
Who?
Ryan Weathers.
Any relation to Carl Weathers?
He's related to David Weathers, David Stormy Weathers, former Marlins pitcher. Not related to Carl Weathers. Intangibles.
Well, hey, Hartenstein, like don't just dismiss it.
Oh, speaking of the Knicks, Woj Julius Randle done for the year. He is getting shoulder surgery.
Damn.
So any hope of him coming back is off.
So my question is, and
Gosh,
here's how this works. Sometimes you have like these tendons. Like this happened to me. They said I had a bicipital tendon that there was swelling in the groove that it fits, and it was rolling in and out of the groove, and so that's why I struggled. And so if we just wrapped it up and kept and helped the swelling, right, that it would go back to normal. Right. So I played the whole year with it, only to need rotator cuff surgery after the season. Like he could have probably had the surgery earlier, but they wanted to see if it would like settle down.
Yeah.
Right. And that's kind of what happened. So
well, tough blow for them, obviously. They lose
wait. Here's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
You phony ass Knicks fans. Okay. Now all of a sudden you're gonna act like, oh my God, Julius Randle's out for the year when you didn't even want him.
Listen,
let's keep it real. Y'all didn't want him about 3 seconds ago. Now all of a sudden, oh my God, he's out.
There's two things Knicks fans love: yelling and excuses. So
but I'm just saying, do we all remember where he's a bum?
Get this guy out of here. He's
right.
greedy.
No, am I off on that?
No, you're not.
Okay. Now all of a sudden, oh no, Julius Randle's out. Ooh.
We'll take a quick break. Speaking of gas bags in New York, I watched a little Jet Up this morning. Shocking how you think they'd take the Stefon Diggs news. That's next. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy take you up until 2.
Hey,
Do a mixed bag coming up later on
after
this
tonight, it might be Leroy and Marcos.
hour. I'm not gonna get fired. Let's get to this. So we talked about this yesterday. News
Yeah.
broke on the program.
The second after we talked about it.
Very weird.
Weird.
News broke yesterday. Stefon Diggs traded to the Houston Texans. And obviously you want to know, when the Bills lose one of their best players, what is that going to mean for the Dolphins and the division?
You know what? This Bart Scott, what are we doing?
You referring to him? You referring to him this morning?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have the sound of it, but you could look. If you bring up this tweet, JFig, they were saying, who is the AFC East favorite now with this? And shocking that all of them, except for one, Harry Douglas, decides to go with the Jets. And you already know how green he feels. So they're all saying that the Jets are going to win the AFC. And I got to be honest with you, man. Why do you guys have faith Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be old as hell and get through this?
But that's not like, here. Let's be clear. When was the last time he made a deep run into the playoffs?
Well, I mean, you're not even trust.
Now,
Oof.
if that was any other quarterback, we'd be trying to find a new one. But we welcome that. Like, we welcome him, you know, and I'm not, listen, this has nothing to do with his ability. He is basically Patrick Mahomes before Patrick Mahomes, right? As far as throwing with the angles and on the move and all that stuff. Okay.
Well, yeah, and Mahomes actually coming through in the playoffs for more than one time.
But why are we all of a sudden just supposed to assume he's going to do something that he couldn't do with a better team? Because Green Bay was a better team in a better situation. Because keep in mind, the NFC is a lot easier to get through than the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it.
But even just forget about just as far as the division is concerned, like all the hype that you had last year was already with the question of his age. You lose him in 4 plays, and you just assume he's gonna be the same.
Wait a minute.
He'll come back from that.
I've said, oh my God.
What? Why are you angry? I don't understand. Were you saying we agree and you have a problem with that? What is this?
But it's also the same thing I've been saying about the 2 Russians here in Miami, and you have a totally different.
Yeah, but they're young. They're in their prime. I'm adding on top of it. Hey, the guy's pushing 40.
Achilles, dude.
There's a difference between a 40-year-old Achilles and a 26-year-old Achilles. Science can't help the other Achilles as much, so long as there's not setbacks.
Hey, dude, you need to reevaluate your bro science. Right now, it's off.
No. I'm not evaluating anything. Look, I'm not asking for the Dolphins to get a pat on the ass here.
In fact, they can at least get some. Here's what I hate. Here's what I hate. I hate when we look at sports and we just assume that all the teams that got close are going to pick up where they left off. And all the teams who came up short don't have a chance to get better. Now, I've said all along, the problem with the Miami Dolphins is not with the talent. It is with their adjustments coming out in the second half. In the games against the teams that were garbage, they didn't have to. They just out-athleted everybody, right? Both offensively and defensively. On the teams that had reputable defenses that went in at halftime and made some adjustments, those are the teams you struggled against. So I look personally for Mike McDaniel to have an answer for that. Because if I can see it, you best damn well believe the people who do it every day can notice it. And so from that standpoint, I don't understand that why we don't look at the Dolphins and think they're going to improve. Not necessarily with their record or whatever, but just how they play against these upper echelon teams and the adjustments that they make. How can we just assume that that's not going to happen?
Can I just ask one question about this damn get up that they have? I know, like, is America clamoring for that much Jets talk? I really want to know. No. This is a national show, right? Cowboys, fine. I know they're always going to be the story. Lakers, Yankees, what? Is America really clamoring for this much Jets coverage all the time? Because they stuff it down our throat with former Jets front office, former Jets coaches. Am I watching SNY or ESPN? Can you throw anybody up there? Can somebody give a dial to anybody else who can give an opinion that is not Jet soaked?
They are the closest. Right.
Like geographically?
Yeah. Patriots. And
they don't talk about the Giants that much.
Yeah.
They don't talk about the Giants that much, dude.
Because they got damaged.
This Greeny has forced us and strong-armed us into so many Jets takes.
Right.
He's got a squadron of mediocre up on his television.
Did you hear what they said about the Bills?
What about them?
Just like Harry Douglas thinks that they're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, you don't remember Josh Allen before Diggs.
I just think the thing that's interesting with it is, like, look, I don't think the Dolphins are in any position after the way last year ended to, chirp about how they should be disrespected. But to think that the Dolphins, they just dismissed the Dolphins today. And I think
they're basically saying the Dolphins are going to be third.
They think, yeah, the Dolphins are like, oh, the Dolphins got no shot. And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's a crazy sentiment to just blow them off. But if you're going to do it, you're going to do it and just say, like, oh, no question the Jets have jumped. No question?
Right.
No question. I have a lot of questions, actually.
Right.
One of them was the dude was going to leave football for political office 3 seconds ago.
No, he wasn't.
I don't know, dude.
Just because somebody mentioned his name doesn't mean he ever considered it. Like,
Schmieden says Tobin is such a fraud. If he hosted Get Up, River Craycraft would be a household name. River, who do you think is going to be the favorite? This guy made me a lot of money, people.
Hey, so
lost
here's
me a
the
lot
deal.
too.
If I had to pick the division, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Dolphins. I'm going Bills. I'm going Jets. Right? And the only reason why I could see if people go Bills over the Dolphins is because they lost a lot of talent, but so did the Dolphins for different reasons. Right?
Yeah, but the Dolphins lost one good player and a lot of injured players.
Right, but no, that's what I'm saying. It still counts. You don't know when those guys are going to come back, what that defense is going to look like when they get back.
Things are looking good, dude. The rehab is looking good.
Again, if you're looking at what is there, here's my thing with the Jets. Okay? And here's what I will always go to with the Jets. The Cleveland Browns, who had a defense that was as good or if not better than the Jets when the season started last year, right? Went through 5 quarterbacks and still made the playoffs.
A quarterback the Jets had, by the way.
Right. Okay. The Jets basically had the same scenario and only used 2 other quarterbacks. And their whole team was in shambles. So I can't just look at that and say this guy's back is just going to turn it around, because there's some other issues that they had. First of all, that defense wasn't as good as everybody thought, right? They didn't run the ball as well as they could because of the offensive line. The offensive line got everybody killed at quarterback. Right? So when you look at all those situations, if I insert a different quarterback, how much of that is better? The offensive line may help a little bit. You might have more of a run game. But what about that defense? Okay, you can say what you want. The Cleveland Browns went through the same thing where their offense couldn't score, where their quarterback, they didn't know who to play at quarterback. They played 5 different quarterbacks during the course of the year. They were still able to find ways to win. They lost their running back, who was better than the Jets running back. And they were still able to put something together to make the playoffs. So I ask you, if you had seen that out of the Jets and then got Aaron Rodgers back, I'd maybe listen. But when the bleep hit the fan and you could barely scratch up wins because you lost a quarterback, I'm going to have a hard time believing that all of a sudden you back.
We'll take a quick break. Back with more after this. But first, Leroy.
WQAM.
But first, Leroy.
Yes.
Before we're going out tomorrow, we're going to be live at
tomorrow.
Live.
I cannot wait. Golf's boldest league is coming back to Miami tomorrow through Sunday. That's April 5th through April 7th. And now's your chance to be there. Catch LIV Golf at Doral Blue Monster and see John Rahm, Brooks Koepka, and Dustin Johnson take on one of the world's most fearsome golf courses with live DJs and Akon. Tickets are selling fast, so grab yours now at livegolf.com. That's livegolf.com.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, if you guys want to get JFig's tickets, Stained, Breaking Benjamin, and Daughtry are going to be the I Think Financial Amphitheater in late September. We got your chance to win JFig's tickets. All you got to do is keep on listening, and we'll tell you how to win. This is a Live Nation show. So we got that to give away. We got a 3-day pair of 3-day passes to give away to Tortuga, which is tomorrow on Fort Lauderdale Beach. So check that on out. You're battling with SDI in the chat, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Well, here's the deal. So SDI, he comes out, and I will always fight this. It has nothing to do with him. But he says the problem with the Dolphins wasn't the adjustments, it was the quarterback. And I'm like, dude, y'all need to get over the fact Tua led the league in a number of statistical categories and led the league in passing. And regardless of what you can say, what you say about whether it's Tyreek or whether it's somebody else, like, that just doesn't happen. A scrub does not lead the league in passing. It just doesn't happen. And so you need to get over that and stop trying to find reasons. And let's be clear. Even before they failed against the winning teams, even before all that, I was saying this to Tobin during the season. They need to learn how to make better adjustments coming out at halftime. So this is not a new thing for me. I've been saying it all year. And that is coaching. And it'll come. Because unlike these knuckleheads out there, I think and I believe that coaches have a process of learning how to get through a game also.
The thing is, like, look, we're not going to sit here and say the Dolphins don't have a lot to prove, and that includes Tua. You know, pretty much the only guy on the team who doesn't have anything to prove is Tyreek Hill. Everybody else, and Jalen Ramsey. Everybody else, you have questions about whether they be health, whether they be adjustments, whether they be durability, whether they be talent, all of that stuff. Because last year, they were one of the most talked about teams in the league. And people were buzzing about them, and they completely fell apart. The Dolphins definitely have a lot to prove coming into this year. There's no doubt. But I will be damned if I'm going to sit here and be like acting like the New York Jets are going to leapfrog them just because of old ass Aaron Rodgers coming back. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy to me. But listen.
Let me ask you a question. So, Frog Boy, I'll use you. You think Tua has a lot to prove, right?
Absolutely.
Does Josh Allen have a lot to prove?
Yeah, he now needs to prove he can do it without Diggs.
Okay. Does Lamar Jackson have something to prove?
Yeah, something. Not a lot, though.
But something.
Yeah.
Okay. So the only person in this league that probably doesn't have anything to prove is probably a couple of guys. CJ Stroud, because he's young. Right?
Nothing
and
to prove yet.
Patrick Mahomes. But everybody else, all these other quarterbacks, all over have something to prove.
I will. Look, we got to get to a mixed bag here, but I think we should go through who's got to show me something the most.
All right. All right. New segment.
Who's got to show me something?
What's today?
But first,
today is Thursday.
Yeah.
Show me something Thursday.
Marcos.
Yes.
You're kind of like part fish, part reptile. We don't really know what you are. You're a mixed bag. And that is why we have given you the mixed bag segment. The mixed bag is brought to you by Broward Health. Well into your future.
All righty then. Yesterday, we had some conversations about LeBron James. Actually, it was a few days ago, and his longevity.
Yep.
Now, there is another LeBron James whose future has come into question as we get to the end of the men's season in college basketball. It is now apparent Bronny will no longer be a USC Trojan when it's all said and done. A potential reunion for the LeBron family in Miami. Maybe.
Very interesting.
We'll see. This is what LeBron had to say about it.
Well, I don't know where it came from, but at the end of the day, Bronny's his own man, and he has some tough decisions to make. Yeah. And when he's ready to make those decisions, he'll let us all know. But as his family, we're going to support whatever he does.
Are we reading between the lines? Is that him saying if, Bronny wants to play underneath the real coach, I wouldn't mind playing underneath the real coach too? Is that what
Coach L hops in the transfer portal. I think Dade South makes a good point, though.
What? That
Bronny is definitely going to go to a Nike school. Possibly. Oh. Canes are Adidas. However, Ohio State, Oregon, here's the thing. You would imagine Papa wants to be able to go watch his son play ball. He's not going back to Cleveland. Last time I checked, he ain't going to go play with Scoot Henderson. So if we were to work some things around of where old Papa wants to play ball and where the son wants to play ball.
Wait a minute.
It's possible Coach L gets on the old phony and then says, what do you think about this? And here's one more thing, just for before you make your point, Leroy. The odds have been placed on this. This is from usbettingreport.com. Do with it what you will. They put the odds. Favorite, no surprise, Ohio State Buckeyes, plus 350. Oregon, plus 450 for Bronny James. And the Miami Hurricanes, the third favorite at plus 700, 7-1.
Now, you would want LeBron back?
It's not about what I want. He's a family man. And if a family man wants to be near his family, who can blame him?
Yeah. Well, if you can do me the favor, Tobin, if you can just move your cheek this way and take the hook out.
What do you mean?
I'd appreciate if you can listen to this next clip here from LeBron James. Right when you're interested in a reunion, I give you this LeBron James clip of him criticizing the Miami Heat.
What
is LeBron James?
Obviously, my first year in Miami, we had a big three. And everyone said it's a super team this, super team that. But we had to build our team around all minimum guys, which was still okay, but we didn't fill out the complimentary guys enough. Yeah, we had Rio, we had Udonis, but we didn't have enough as far as enough complimentary guys to actually make it all work. And we still made it to the finals.
And then what happened?
Go ahead.
Then what happened?
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, it's always a funny thing to me. I love it because the Heat got to win back-to-back championships, and so who's gonna criticize that? However, we always do this thing with the 11 finals, we didn't have. You're right. Mike Bibby at point guard, man, that sucked. Should have started Rio sooner. Mike Miller, he was a corpse that season. Could never get him on the floor. Oof, that sucked. Udonis Haslem didn't come back until the playoffs. Sure. Okay, you only had two guys who were making above the minimum.
What's interesting?
Sir, you were the most prolific basketball player on the planet. And you didn't know what to do with a garden gnome on you in the finals.
Why'd you go big eyes on him?
Because it needs to be said. And I know he's acknowledged it. And I know we get to talk about, he was doing this thing with JJ Redick because it's enough of JJ Redick, right? But he's doing this thing. And he's Spo is such a genius putting Chris Bosh at the 5. And yes, of course, Spo is a genius. He's the best. However, this is not something that some light bulb didn't exactly go off for him until he was away from him. He's getting coaches fired up the wazoo. Now, Steve says, love how Marcos conveniently leaves out the part where he gives Spo a bunch of credit.
Oh, I mean, some damage is done, my friend.
It's his mixed bag. It's not our mixed bag.
Hey, you know, can I ask you a question, Marcos?
Yeah.
Did you go with a plastic worm or a shiner to get Tobin?
Shiny.
You went live bait, because you got him. You knew. Listen, soon as he said that, and soon as LeBron made those first comments, I knew the words JJ Barea and Garden Gnome were coming soon.
Yep. From one JJ to another, because he was talking to JJ Redick when he said this. But believe it or not, not sure if you saw you're actually in agreement with someone. Stephen A already commented on this a little bit earlier. Somehow he ends it with saying and comparing, this is why you'll never be Michael Jordan, but just a preview of his quote here. LeBron James, that is some straight bull bleep. You've got to be kidding me. I know that you didn't say that with cameras rolling. That's bull bleep. Somebody's got to say it. So you're not the only one, man. You're not the only one that feels like
maybe you think he's the greatest basketball player. He is amazing. His run down here in Miami was amazing. To the biggest point ever, while we're all flummoxed by what the hell happened. It didn't make sense. You guys don't understand. They get to spin this narrative after the East, this Heat team diced through the Celtics team that was the youngest and still had Ray Allen. They gentlemen swept the Bulls, who were kicking their ass all regular season. You get to the Dallas Mavericks, who all they had was Dirk Nowitzki and some dudes. Like, that was not a loaded squad. Credit to Dirk. He played amazing. But you're not going to sit here and tell me about coaches' adjustments, small ball. He pooped the bed. I don't get it. We're going to look back on it, and scientists will still wonder, how did a dude at 25 years old, bigger, faster, stronger, better than everybody else in the league, what the hell happened in that 6-game series? I'll never understand it.
Well, let's hear Stephen A. blast him.
Let me move on, okay? Because
oh, no.
I don't know whether or not y'all have checked out LeBron's new podcast, Mind the Game, with the one and only JJ Redick. To say this, let me get this out of the way. It's pretty damn good. I give both of them mad credit for it. We should all watch it. We want to hear about the subject of basketball. Those are two brothers worth listening to, no doubt about it. But that doesn't mean that occasionally LeBron don't get on my damn nerves, or he won't get on my damn nerves. Because he said something this week that caught my attention about his early years with the Miami Heat, meaning year one in Miami, and talking about filling out that roster around him with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Before I even go any further with my opinion, which I will openly confess pissed me off, take a listen to this clip, please, courtesy of 342 Productions and Uninterrupted. Check this out.
My first year in Miami, yeah, we had a big three. And everyone said it's a super team this, super team that. But we had to build our team around all minimum guys, which was still okay.
He sounds like he's whining.
But we didn't fill out
this sounds like he's whining
enough. Yeah, we had Rio,
Junis Ilgauskas.
But we didn't.
It was your idea.
We didn't have enough as far as enough complementary guys to actually make it all work. And we still made it to the finals. And we still probably should have won the finals, but I still give credit. Listen, it is what it is. You win and you lose, and we lost. There's no Dallas was fucking good, and they hit a shot.
Jeez, all right, take it easy,
Appreciate
man.
that. Yeah, jeez, LeBron.
Way to potty mouth.
Wait, that went on ESPN?
That must have been on Stephen A's podcast.
Yeah, I thought it was TV. But long story short, he replays the quote.
All right, and he's upset about it.
Yeah, Stephen A gets upset about it, so we avoid any further that. He says that was not about your roster, that was about you. There's no way around that. That roster didn't stop you from averaging 25 throughout the season, getting to the finals, being up 2-1. What stopped you out of nowhere was that you were nowhere to be found in the fourth quarter. That's not something we've ever said about Michael Jordan, and that's why you're number 2. You didn't lose because of your roster. You were not that dude in 2011.
Game 2, dude. Game 2 of the 11 finals. Worst game I've ever been to. I don't know how they blew that one.
Rough.
I don't know how they blew that one. Oof. Anyway, But listen, if he's a parent wants to be near his son. So if a parent wants to be near his son, who am I to stop that? I'm not going to say whether I want something or don't want something. I'm just going to say, like, hey, if Papa wants to be near his boy, watch him play a little college hoops.
Time for break, most likely, correct?
Yes.
I got one more from Brandon Bean, but we can save that for later.
Brandon Bean from the Bills?
Yeah, the general manager of the Bills had.
We can save that. I'll get to that in headlines. We'll hear what Mr. Bean has to say about his stripped down bum squad. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Let's get some cat talk here, brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
Oh, hello, Jennifer. Hello. An early appearance today for you. 4. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
All right.
JFig's appearance is brought to you by Tortuga.
Yes, it is.
Are you hitting up all 3 nights, JFig? What are your Tortuga plans this weekend?
Not sure. I think I might just go Saturday.
Weather's gonna be nice.
Possibly Sunday, but we'll see.
You're gonna miss Teddy Swims.
I know, but we're gonna be at LIV Golf. I'm not gonna be able to make it on time.
Live.
You live right around the corner.
Live, laugh, love.
What?
You live right around the corner. Bounce
From
home.
where?
From Trump.
No?
How long does it take you to get home from Trump?
Like 20 minutes?
It's around the corner.
Nah, not with traffic.
Oh, I forgot.
Was it with 20 minutes? Is it 20 minutes with traffic or without traffic?
No, without traffic.
Is there a train?
There's no such thing as without
Traffic
traffic.
at
There's
2
actually
o'clock?
a train that divides me and Doral, so yes.
Is there someone who robbed a bank or something and decided to park in the middle of the highway? Watch out for those. Those exist as well.
Hopefully not.
I don't know. Were we doing it when were we doing
And either
the
way,
show?
Tortuga's in for a lot of deal. What do you want me to do?
Oh, Tobin, were we doing the show when the time I got stuck on the turnpike when a guy was threatening to jump off of the bridge over the?
I don't recall that.
Okay,
Might have been doing it with Eric at that time. Not sure.
that was brutal.
All right, we got an update here. So the Cats are in action tonight. They're taking on the Senators. They've been sticking up the joint lately, but they do appear to be getting back Matthew Tkachuk tonight. He missed the last game due to an illness, but according to Jamison Olive from Panthers.com, Matthew Tkachuk, who missed a game in Montreal due to illness, is on the ice this morning. So looks like we will get a Tkachuk showdown, which usually means shenanigans.
Yeah. Do they need to have like some adults at that game to keep them calm?
I mean, normally it's Tkachuk's grandma. I feel like she usually keeps it in line. But we'll see. I mean, you know, the couple matchups this year, there's been shenanigans, and usually Brady has definitely been in the middle of it. So
Yep.
Keep an eye on that. Rest of our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
All right. The Miami Heat, meanwhile, they are in action tonight taking on the 76ers. 7:30 is your tip-off from the Kaseya Center. And you, of course,
They
can hear
need to
that.
come on, man. We were like, when the season started, we were like looking forward to these ending the season with these home games. And now,
Dicey.
You nervous?
yeah, they've been
I'm not
playing like
nervous.
crap at home.
They have been playing like crap at home all year, but they looked good this last time around. Although, to Tony Fiorentino's point, there were a lot of Knicks fans there, so maybe it felt a little bit like a road game. So this one, I don't think you'll see as many Sixers fans. I do wonder this. Let me ask you this.
Let me riddle you this, Batman.
Let me riddle you this. Pulse of the fan. All right?
Yep.
We call this Pulse of the fan. You think Kyle Lowry gets booed tonight?
No.
Or do you think he gets little golf clap?
Golf clap.
Or overwhelming praise?
Golf clap.
I think it's a golf clap.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because
Because it felt like it was pretty negative by the end there. It felt pretty negative. He didn't want to do the rolls. It felt pretty negative. I don't think he deserves to get booed. I just want to be clear on that, low dog. You're my guy. You know, always my guy. But I'm just curious, does the fan base boo him tonight when he's announced by Mike Biamonte?
no. I
All
don't
right.
think so.
Marcos?
I think standing ovation and they start the wave.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
How
Such
could you do a
excitement.
wave with a standing ovation?
Good choice, man. That's a question
The
they
whole
need.
point of the wave is you sit down and then you stand up.
Yeah. So maybe you clapping in your seats and then you stand up, and then like everyone after is like, that's a good idea. I should stand up.
Maybe everybody stands up and shows them cheeks.
Oh, yeah, a mooning ceremony. Man, I think everyone's going to be very happy for the value we got for Kyle Lowry, and we're going to be thankful for. Remember Kyle Chaos? Remember how fun that was? Remember the first year?
It was fun.
Clutch
It was
playoff
fun.
moments from Kyle Lowry. There was moments where Kyle Lowry was our best player in the game.
It seems like a trade everybody's happy with. He gets to play in his hometown now. It wasn't a direct trade with the Sixers, but he's now back in Philly. Gets a little swan song in his hometown. Terry Rozier has been awesome. So, yeah, it definitely is a trade that feels like it's worked out for both parties.
Terry Rozier is doing everything we thought Low Dog would do.
Oh, this guy, those buckets that he's hitting, man.
Oh my goodness,
so good.
And yeah, there's a couple of them you went, no, oh, ooh, yes.
You got to live with it, man. With Scary Terry, you got to live with it. That's the ride that is Scary Terry.
He made what, 8 threes?
Yep. And he's been on fire. Was it 19 over the last 3 games?
Yep.
He's on fire right now.
On fire.
When I need Terry Rozier, I need him to keep this cooking for the weekend. I'll take a down game against the Mavs and the Raptors just so I don't feel like it's going to fall off a cliff in the playoffs. Ride the wave, baby.
Wait a minute. What are you doing?
Ride the wave.
Just play basketball. Like, the great thing about the way this team plays is that it could be somebody else. It may be Dunks that has 6 threes, right? So you just kind of, let it play out. Don't just expect it from one guy. So I just look forward to, I just get upset when nobody's making threes.
Tree School Take says the fans will be cheeky. I'm curious to see if he's going to be out there like super early. Does he do that for a road game?
Well, I know one thing. If he is, you're going to be with the lens.
Well, listen, I'm very focused. You can put as many heat dances as you want in front of old Tobes. I'm focused on the hoops. I'm a professional.
Really? We know.
Boots on the ground. You guys like to say, "Oh, you're a fan with good access." I don't really appreciate that, especially when Frogboy tries to.
Why you take more pictures of other stuff?
What do you mean? I'd like to give the experience of the fans who are not there. So I'm eyes for the fans, but I'm not a fan with good access.
Really?
You will be once you
ask. You see the way you were Googling that Steph Curry?
Oh, man. He's hypnotizing. Schmieden says Game Op should play Sir Mix-a-Lot when he checks in.
Oh, man. Isn't he a starter, though?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Maybe when he checks back in. Takes a little seat, checks back in.
Boom, 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 boom.
Does Biamonte do the home voice or the away voice?
Away voice.
He'll do for the intro, Kyle Lowry. And then once the game starts, he'll be like, Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry.
He'll give respect for the first comeback, which is what I'm curious for. Because that's how they try and play it up to make it seem like, hey, we're a classy organization.
Right? Clap.
The only guy who's really gotten booed for a comeback has been Hassan. He's the only guy who really came back, and the fans.
So
gave
that's
him
what I'm
the
comparing
business.
it. That's what I'm comparing it to. So if they gave him the business, Kyle Lowry is not that.
Yeah, I mean he costed us Dwayne Wade essentially. So you deserve.
South says, Tobin, you were barely out of your section before you sent out your Leroy video. But I was. I was off press row.
I don't even know why I get it now. Like,
well, it's a little like you guys got to understand. Like, I'm a professional. I'm there to do a job, right? But once if I'm hobnobbing in the crowd, people are like boots on the ground, and then I'll get a Leroy. I'll get that for the people. You got to give the people what they want. I can't be a curmudgeon. But I'm not a fan with good access. Stop saying that.
Was it just a coincidence that the Angry Heat fan was right behind
the Knicks fan?
Angry Knicks fan.
The Knicks fan. Yeah,
there was a lot of them.
I mean, like, oh my goodness! I'm telling you, I'm still floored at the conversation we had yesterday. And as soon as we had the conversation, he got traded.
Crazy.
Stefon Diggs.
You're shook by that.
I was like, wow.
RVA Richie says, show pony with good access. Tree School takes. Show pony hooves on the ground.
Wouldn't it be something if that horse squared around and it just said show pony with a gold chain?
Well, look, if the question goes good tonight, then I can ask, what's the horse's name?
Really?
I feel like he's going to say Nico.
Oh.
Speaking of Nikola Jović, get to this coming on up. His feelings were a little hurt yesterday.
What?
His feelings were a little hurt yesterday. They had, and so he had to be made to feel better. We'll tell you about that, and we'll hear a little bit of some Heat players on the playoff race coming on up. 15 minutes of Heat is next.
is sponsored by Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, home of the $8,000 trade. Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.com.
15 minutes. 50 minutes eating it for you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2. Got some news and notes coming along here. First, for your Panthers, should be noted as post morning skate has just ended. Paul Maurice says Sergei Bobrovsky will get the start tonight. So Stoli, the goalie, back on the bench. And according to the Panthers Twitter account, Aaron Ekblad won't play tonight. But Coach Maurice is quite confident that he would be ready to go game 1 of the playoffs. So this is not something super long-term for Aaron Ekblad. If you guys haven't heard the NBA news today, Julius Randle's officially done for the Knicks for the season. He's getting shoulder surgery. As for the Heat, Jimmy Butler missed morning shoot-around today for personal reasons.
You had to put the horse back in the stall.
Who's to say? I don't know. But apparently he's expected to play today. He is listed as probable. So hopefully all is well for Jimmy. Chief says absolutely staged picture. The cars are facing the same direction on a two-way road. And the car from the photo was the car from the photo was taken and facing like a. Well, I would agree with you. It definitely seems like if he was doing this, it has to be. Look, Jimmy Butler's not roaming around on a horse just for leisure, but you know, it's very possible that he is. But are they shooting some kind of commercial, which is most likely? Yeah, I would say so.
He is making a valid point. Because look at the car on the right is on the same side of the road, is facing the car that looks like it's taking the picture, which would never happen.
Right. Unless you're on set and you're shooting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he's just riding around on hop along for kicks.
And again, makes my point even for me. That's a show pony.
Oh yeah,
that is a camera pony.
That is a trained
show
pony.
Look at that thing strut.
What a glorious beast that thing is.
Yes.
Speaking of glorious beasts, Jović, dude. So yesterday, Scary Terry, he posted a little montage on his Twitter account, on his Instagram account, right? And it was a picture of, I think it was him, Jaime, Caleb Martin. And he had some caption, he was like, oh, we're the best. I don't remember what he said. But Nico was upset because he feels that he has been wronged and that Terry Rozier has pulled a JFig. Oh no, the cropper. The cropper, dude.
Why you gonna put me in this situation?
He pulled a JFig and he cropped out Nico because Nico, he goes out there. Do you have the comment there, Cropper? He puts it on there and he goes, "Hey, body," and he says, "Why the F did you cut me out of the group photo, man?" Got cropped out. Cropped out.
You know what? Maybe because
Nico was.
Well, obviously, Scary Terry felt bad because
so he put the picture back. Wait a minute.
So he posts on his story the rest of the photo with just him and Nico cropped.
Okay. Maybe that's why he cropped him out, because his eyes are closed.
Nah, that's a make good. That's a make good. He's saying, "Me and my boy Undertaker," which, by the way, calling him Undertaker, is that what they calling him? The Undertaker?
Wow.
I like
Goosies.
Wow.
So you can see,
so it was probably an honest mistake. He didn't try to diss.
Honest
Jović.
mistake for him, but when I want to do it, it's
You
not.
did it on purpose. You said you cropped him.
Nope.
You said it.
Pull up the clip.
You said it
Honest
wasn't that kind of
mistake.
party. You said it wasn't that kind of party. They had to crop his ass out. That's what you said.
Really, this is Instagram's fault. Screen's not wide enough for everyone.
It has nothing to do with
You
Instagram.
muted yourself, Tobin, okay?
It has nothing to do with Instagram.
If you go on Instagram and you make a montage of pictures, all right, and you do one, then you got to keep every one that same size.
Right.
You know, if it was a wide picture, it was just a one-off, then it'd be fine.
I hate that.
I know, figure it out, Zuckerberg.
Fix it.
The point is, The Undertaker, aka Nikola Jović, was not happy about this. Is that why they played the Undertaker music before the game the other day?
Is that why? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe I could be wrong, but I feel like Dwayne Dedman had something Undertaker-wise as well. Or do I just associate him with that because his face is scary?
No, we called him the Dead Man because the Undertaker's already known as the Dead Man.
There you go.
So we were giving him some Undertaker stuff.
Okay.
But he's gone now. He threw a massage gun and that was it. Do you think that he'd have that frame somewhere in the locker room?
I really hope so.
They're like, this here is the Deadman massage gun that was thrown 40 feet in the air.
It's like in a little case somewhere.
Along with the who broke their hand punching
Stoudemire. Stoudemire punched. Stoudemire did that. Yep. So the Miami Heat, they got the Sixers tonight.
Isn't he Jewish?
He is Jewish.
Yeah.
He is Jewish. Haywood Highsmith, Haywood Highsmith he's excited for the atmosphere and these really high stakes games.
I mean, from the beginning, especially defensively, but just even to the end. Do you think, since this is just the way it's going to be down the stretch, these final 7 into the playoffs?
Yeah, this felt like a playoff game. I think a lot of these games are going to feel like this, especially the game Thursday against Philly, going to be the same type of atmosphere. The crowd was amazing. Obviously, Knicks got their fans, got our fans, and they was going back and forth. So it was a physical game, a lot of great playoff type, defense and offense, stuff like that. So it felt like a playoff game. And yeah, a lot of these games going forward definitely going to feel like this for sure.
And listen, Haywood knows too. That first team that waived him in the NBA, Philadelphia 76ers. So, classic revenge game tonight for Haywood Highsmith.
Oh my goodness.
What do you mean? What's wrong? What?
If you really want to do something like that, I would go with Jimmy really wants to beat the hell out of his boy. Because that's factual.
There's no cap
anytime you play against your friends.
There's not a salary cap on grudge matches, Leroy.
What do you mean?
Everybody can have their own reason.
I guess.
I'm
trying to think. I remember playing against Baltimore. Oh, yeah. But I wasn't even afraid because we had a powerhouse. We were scoring 40 a week.
Did you get in the end zone?
No, I got close. They gave me 2 tries from the 5.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, I got all the way down to the 1, and then they faked it and threw a pass to Randy Moss, who, of course, made a one-handed catch like this and then held the ball away.
I gotta tell you, if that was Robert Smith, he'd get that revenge touchdown.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, that might be one of the worst, best situations I've ever been in, right? Because I held that forever. That damn Charles Johnson. Just imagine me, Charles Davis. Just imagine me hearing the text that goes, yeah, he said it wasn't him. I'm like, oops.
Man.
Oops.
All right, so we got Jimmy on horseback. We got the Terminator Jović. We got a Haywood Highsmith revenge game. It's all happening for us, baby.
And you don't know if Joel Embiid's going to play.
He's going to play.
Dude, you got to be careful with returning from injury if there's any kind of soreness. I'm just telling you.
Here's
especially when there's a big picture here.
Here's Love on the upcoming playoff stretch for Miami.
We still have work to do. Things still could fall in our favor. we could either be in the top 6 or we could end up in the play-in. But again, these last 7 games are huge for us. I mean, we have two weeks to really do some work, show what we're about. But I do think our health and everybody talks about their strength in the group. Just having everybody back and hopefully getting Tyler back and his legs underneath him and having a full group is huge for us.
Yeah. Was that his wedding ring, or he have a pinky ring on? Pinky ring. Pinky ring.
Let's see. Is that a pinky ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pinky ring. Because I was going to say the wedding ring is on the other hand.
Yeah, wedding ring's on the other hand.
Wow. I didn't know he was, he was doing it like that. Little pinky ring.
Speaking of ring, yesterday, Coach, with the championship ring in person.
Oh my goodness!
Every time
we had to lift. You almost had to help him lift his arm. It was so big. Let me hold that for you, Coach.
I enjoyed that. If you guys missed Tony Fiorentino, either check out the podcast or go to our YouTube page. You can watch the full Tony Fiorentino interview. Great stories.
There's a few guys you could talk to like forever. Him, Ron Rothstein.
Yep.
Ron Rothstein got some stories now.
Yep.
Because all I have to do to have conversation with Ron Rothstein is say, yeah, I was at Michigan when the Bad Boys was going. And that'll just start it. And we just tell stories forever.
We'll take a quick break. Time to get to our favorite game of the week. Rats off a ship. That's next. All right. Time to make like Marcos's attic and get this vermin out of here. Rats off a ship.
That's what my roof sounds like right now.
By the way, if you guys are out at the Heat game tonight and you want to pick up some WQM swag, head on over to 601 on the East Plaza. Solana will be doing pre-Heat there. What's it going? 6:15 tonight? 6:15 tonight for pre-Heat. You guys can go check out Solana, get some swag over at the QAM tent. Jennifer.
Uh-oh.
Why are you waving like the queen?
Parade wave.
Hello.
Parade wave.
What do we got today for rodents off a water vessel?
You gonna try to use that? You gonna try to use that all day?
Oh my!
Oh my!
I really hope you do that, by the way. All right, number one, we have dinner-style movie theaters. Apparently, Danny McBride, a.k.a. Kevin Powers, hates them. He said, I hate it. I can't stand it. I also don't think it makes sense to combine booze and movies. You're going to have to take a little whiz. Doesn't alcohol make you want to get up and get loose? You don't want to sit there, drink beer, and just be quiet. I would have no interest in going to see a movie and just pounding IPAs.
All right.
Just
Kenny
bleeping,
Powers.
falling
First of all, you need to be drunk to watch Kenny Powers. So
Well,
why in the hell would he be saying that?
Kenny Powers wasn't a movie, though. It was a TV show.
No, but still, most of his movies are very similar.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So do you like
movies? There's certain movies that if you had a little booze, it helps you through it, or it makes it, you get the full effects of it. Like if you have a couple of drinks, it loosens you up and you can be silly to watch one of these silly movies.
Yeah, the going to pee doesn't really make sense because you could drink a giant soda there. You're still gonna have to pee.
He just finding reasons. And guess what? And how many people have gone to a movie with like, I don't know, 5 minutes before it kicks off, because you're gonna have to see all the previews, and then the line's long as hell, so you just go in. Wouldn't it feel good to be able to go and have somebody come to you while the previews are on and just order some food and just start watching the movie, and you don't have to move and go wait in line? Of course,
I really can't say whether I'm at. I don't think I've ever been to a dinner style movie theater. No,
you never been to?
I've done it. It's all right.
Yeah, I've been the ones that like serve you like food or something like that, but you have to get it at the snack counter and you bring it to your seat.
You push your button. You push a button on your seat, and somebody comes in. Can I take your order?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would be rats off a ship on that. Watching a movie, have some popcorn, candy, and soda, and watch the movie.
Dude, first of all, you're a liar, because if somebody offered to bring you a big fat ass cheeseburger, your rat would be right back on the ship, and you'd be waiting for that cheese.
I wouldn't watch a cheeseburger for a movie. First of all, like I would be distracted by the burger. I'm going to be distracted from the movie. Like,
wait a minute, hold on. You don't eat and watch TV?
It's different.
You also don't take that long to eat.
TV is leisure. Yeah, but it could be messy, JFig. You're sitting there in a movie theater. It's in your lap.
See your food.
Like what I would do, JFig, is
in your lap. You have a table.
I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that.
Oh,
I don't like that.
You are
I don't like
liar.
That.
You are. Dude,
give me a
recliner
movie, any day.
If I took you to a movie and they brought you some chicken wings and some fries and a beer, you would be so
beer,
happy.
Maybe a beer I won't rule out, but the chicken wings, popcorn, candy, soda. That's what you eat at a movie theater. Maybe nachos.
Nachos are the messiest thing in the world.
Yeah, they only have the cheese, not like the whole kit and caboodle. I'm not talking like
a
nacho supreme.
You gotta dip the chip and then balance the cheese all the way into your mouth.
You already know how Leroy feels about nachos, okay? That cheese don't go all the way to every little nacho you have there.
No, not movie theater nachos. Movie theater nachos, that's whiz. I'm talking about when you go to a restaurant and you pick up the cheese and you got a nacho blanket and now nobody else has cheese.
Man, all right, you're bougie with your movies, dude.
No, I'm not. I think it's.
That's what I think.
I think it's a welcome, a welcome added addition to the movie.
When you leave those theaters, is there chicken wings underneath your chair?
I don't know. If I took a picture, I'd just crop them out.
Hide the evidence.
What say you, Cropper? Where are you with dinner style movie theaters?
Who are you referring to here?
You know what I'm referring to.
I am very indifferent about it. I'll do it. I'm not rats off a ship. Like the last time I did that was a long time ago. The one nearest to me closed down. So
there's one, Tobin, there's one right off the turnpike in Boca. I mean, right off is it 95? No, it's right off 95.
Yeah, that's
Boca,
Cineplex.
Cineplex.
I've been to that, but I've never been to the movie
There's
part
one
of it.
right by
the dinner part of it.
There's one right by Dania Improv. There's one by me right off of 75. Like, yeah, they just listen. If you're gonna spend that much for a movie, they might as well suck all the money they can out of you, so they offer other things.
Frog
I
Boy,
do have one that has a bar.
Yeah.
Frog Boy, where are you?
It?
I think I am rats off a ship on those style.
Rats off a ship.
But I do think the best style of viewing a movie is one answer and one answer only. Drive-in, dude. Clearly the best option.
What?
You can bring whatever you'd like. You can sit down and relax. You get out of the car. You can walk around. It's like the 70s. It's retro. It's cool.
Dude,
when was the last time you attended one?
The swap shop, the Firebird.
It's closed.
Okay, by the mind you, that place, the one time I went, it was very creepy. Okay, I
the
felt
one
like
on
I was
Lake Worth
being
Road is
followed.
closed. The one on Lake Worth Road is still open.
The one in Sunrise is closed, right?
Yeah, the one in the swap shop.
Yeah.
That
Well,
one's
there's a swap shop in Lake Worth, which is not really a swap shop. It's legit just a flea market space. But what the main point of that lot is, it's a drive-in theater.
Wait, did they still always, like, you remember in high school you used to try to sneak people in?
Oh yeah, for sure.
They used to have to check you like you were going to the airport. Okay, over your trunk.
What do you got here?
Put my baby in the trunk.
Smart play. What's number 2, JFig?
Giving back a signature home run ball. Otani gave fan who caught first Dodgers home run a ball, 2 hats, a bat, and a Met. I met the fan. Sorry.
That's a cheap ass gathering. A ball, a bat, and 2 hats.
Wait, but it's only his first. That ball is going to be more significant to Shohei than it will be to anybody else.
I don't know, dude. His first Dodgers home run is going to be there for 10 years.
Yeah, but do you think that is going to be worth more, or if he should happen to hit home run number 500?
I'm sure that there'll be other home runs that he hits that are worth a lot. That home run, that his first Dodgers home run, is going to be worth a little bit of cash. And I got to tell you, Otani, you're not getting that ball back from me.
Really?
Rats off a ship. Rats off a
Rats
ship.
off a ship.
You know what? I'm not rats off a ship. I think, you know what? Goodbye to fan. Everything's not about a damn buck, right? Clearly, that ball is going to have more meaning to Shohei Ohtani than some fan trying to get a extra dollar.
Probably going to use it as gambling collateral.
It's true.
Too soon, dude.
Why?
We haven't even got through it yet.
Ohtani jokes?
No.
Oh, come on. I guess don't even ask me then.
Come on, Tommy Thumbs. He's like, what do you got? What are you going to put up against it, Shohei? I got my first Dodgers home run right here. Some sucker. I got it for 2 hats.
You say Tommy Thumbs? Is that the gangster's name?
Who do we have yesterday? Bobby Shoes. Breaking the Dolphins news. Bobby Shoes.
Shoes.
Come on, Bobby Shoes. Give me a little line. I need a little more juice on this game. Shohei, you've had enough. You've been on a real losing streak.
Everything's not about a buck, says the LIV Golf promoter.
No, wait, this one.
How much did that golf ball that Leroy worth? I don't know, dude. I think I got to go to the eye doctor. I'm like, things have been blurry.
So you're not rats off a ship on giving back the ball?
No. I just think like, yeah, that fan clearly is going to mean something more to Shohei than the fan. So give it back.
It's not going to mean anything to show. By the way, what do all these players, what do they do? If you're that good a player, like, what do you do with all of these balls? Like, You think Shohei's really gonna look back and be like, "Oh, my first Dodgers home run"?
Can I
That's
tell
gonna be
you?
up on the mantle somewhere?
I have. Let's see. I have Rose Bowl football.
Yep.
I have my 50th touchdown in NFL
Mm-hmm.
and my first one. That's it. The other 50 balls.
No idea.
From game balls and stuff, they paint them up and give them to you. They're like deflated in boxes.
My point exactly. So
Yeah,
why
but-
shouldn't I make it like if I can make 10K off of it?
But
what am I gonna just Shohei
but
for?
the ball that when I scored my 50th touchdown
Yeah.
and when I scored my first touchdown,
Mhm.
if I had chucked it in the stands, I
Mhm.
would have I think somebody would have tried to get it back.
What did that happen with the Kenyan Drake Miami Miracle? Remember, he was so
Yes.
excited he threw it into the stands. They had to go
Yes.
find the football.
They went and got it. Yeah.
But anyway, JFig, where are your rats with giving up a signature home run ball?
I mean, I would like to keep it, but I'm not rats off a ship.
Sucker.
It's not like you're not getting anything back. That's nice.
Great.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yep.
You're a fan, right?
Mhm.
To you, what's more important? That ball or actually meeting Shohei Ohtani? Because you take a picture with Shohei Ohtani, that thing is gonna have some value
Like
to
to meet
you.
my wallet. That's what I'd like to meet. Sell that ball off, auctioneer it.
So you
I'm
don't
not-
care. You don't care if you meet Shohei Ohtani.
Nah, he doesn't care about me.
I mean, he cares about you enough to get that ball back.
I know where I'd meet him. I'd meet him at the horse track.
-1. Wow.
Point for Tobin.
Everything from you, Marcos.
I don't think everybody's about that though.
You don't think that he's about the horse track?
No. I don't think that every fan is about, oh, I can make a buck off of this.
Maybe not. But I'll see him at Santa Anita.
You know what happens? You guys are greedy.
He's greedy.
True. He wants the ball.
You're greedy.
Hold on.
Marcos is greedy.
Hold on. He makes $700 million. And this guy is allegedly chasing a high in debt of $4.5 million in gambling. He's got a fall guy who lost his gig, and they had to make it seem like he's got a degenerate problem, allegedly. And I'm the greedy one.
Yeah.
That guy will move back to wherever he's from, and nobody will know the difference, and he have a pocket full of money.
Or he's going to jail. He's like, Leroy's like, you box me in.
You know what? I mean, there's no friend that's like Barry Bonds' friend.
Oh, he's good. Greg Anderson?
Greg Anderson spent some years.
Hard time.
John Moran.
Marcos, where are you with Ohtani?
I think Leroy's right. Not every fan is trying to make a quick buck. So these are the things that I would accept in return for the ball. A signed jersey, for sure. Invitation to Thanksgiving every year. I need to be
Really? So wait, they're gonna be sitting around speaking whatever language they speak, and they go, "Who's that guy?" Oh, don't worry. He
caught a ball about 3 years ago.
Wait, you think it's gonna be awkward if he says, "Can I bring a translator?" and he brings Shohei's old translator.
Yeah, and then
that would be so messed up.
That would be messed up. It's the only one I can find. He goes, Shohei. It's the only one I can find on short notice.
Just keep boxing yourself in.
Oh man. Give us one more, JFig.
Okay, sorry, I was waiting for Scooby to stop barking. Number 3, Burger King curse. Apparently, this has caused the Marlins to be 0-7.
They announced yesterday it's not going anywhere, that the Burger King free Whopper Juniors, which they have given up 0 Whopper Juniors thus far on the season.
Suck? You know what's suck? What time they play today?
4:15.
On the road. Wouldn't it be something if they go out and win 5-0?
Is it only home games they're doing the Whopper
Only
Juniors?
home games.
Only home games. Only home games.
Tended to be the burger curse. The Burger
I'm not
King
rats off a
curse.
ship on it though. Can't rule it out. I don't know if I believe in it, but I can't rule it out. So not rats off a ship.
Like, when was the last time you had a Burger King burger?
I don't know. Sophie probably she likes Burger King because she likes the Hershey pie.
Oh,
What?
good.
I
She's
used to
loves the
love
Hershey
that
pie.
Hershey pie when I was a
Pretty
kid.
good. Pretty good.
Loves the Hershey pie.
I think the last thing I went through Burger King and I got a Coke slushy, a Coke icy.
Nice.
Don't know
I'm
why I
surprised the
just had-
machine wasn't broken.
That's also
like
a
that.
problem there.
That's like the ice cream machine at McDonald's.
Bro, the
Crazy,
entire
dude.
summer, the Burger King by my home advertised brand new cherry ices. Not once was the machine working. I was like, what do we do? I don't mind that it's not working. Just take the ads down, please.
Yeah, enough of it already.
Sick of this.
All right.
Do you go
Oh.
blue red or red Coke?
Blue red.
Blue red.
Superman.
And that's at the movie theater.
Wet Willies.
Oh,
No,
Superman.
Wet Willie's. That's a little alcoholic beverage.
Yep.
Those are the good
Where are your rats? Is this a curse?
Yeah, it's a curse. It's a curse. What are you talking about? Anytime you can get some free stuff and the whatever needs to happen never happens, that's a curse.
Curse.
Wow,
dude.
so are you saying the heat win is also a curse?
No, because we've had free pizza plenty of times.
No.
We've had half price pizza on the number.
Well, you just said when you get free stuff.
It's not
No,
free.
When you
It's
offer
not
free
free.
stuff and you never
But
give
wait
it.
a
Well, you
to
know
me,
what?
okay?
Okay, fine. You're
Wait
right.
a minute.
You're right. It is buy one get one.
No, it's just you get a is
half
it buy
off.
one get one?
I don't know.
No, it's
it's
half
free.
off.
Half off for the Heat. But I'm saying they played 7 games all at home. And we got free squad douche. Nothing.
Wow.
Oh man.
You can win one. Even the worst teams in baseball have won a game.
Very embarrassing. Is there anybody else winless?
I mean, they used to have something. Remember the Marlins had something years ago with the 10 runs or 10 hits.
Somehow the Mets are only 0-4. What did they had? Like 9 rainouts? What the hell's going on in New York?
At least they're in our division, right?
You got a doubleheader today or something?
Tell you what, it's nothing to be like 6 games out after a week. Like, holy smoke. Wait, who's leading the division?
The Braves.
What are they?
3-2.
3-2. What a
3-2. So a team that's 1 game over 500
4 games up on the Marlins.
are 4 games up on the Marlins.
Yep.
Hot start.
You've been playing baseball for 12 seconds. How do you get down that quick? That would be the equivalent to the Heat going down 25-0 in the first 3 minutes of the game.
Nationals have 2 wins. Crazy. All right.
Somebody
That's rats
said
off the
it's, it's pouring up there.
No wonder all those rat bastards want to move down here. Take a quick break. Final hour coming on up after this.
I keep thinking about the Wendy's commercial. Get it for a buck. Go dance it, get it for a buck.
You know, I can't stand that commercial. It's so annoying.
I hate that. I also hate. He's like, we decided to make a little ditty about it, and I'm like, that's what you call a song?
I mean, it is a song. You guys can't disagree with that.
No, okay, don't.
I want to know what you're up to, sir.
What are you talking about?
Talk to us.
I can see you guys just fine.
No.
No.
Your face.
What are you talking about? I see you guys just fine.
Yeah, okay. Stop messing around.
I'm not messing around.
Let's see what costume you came
we
up
got a
with.
big day today. I don't know what you're referring to there, Cropper, but let's to our
see
headlines.
you with something that sends you directly to a dartboard or something.
I mean, I don't even understand. I love how she's made up all these rules that she thinks I have to abide by.
I'm gonna get you off the screen unless your camera's on.
What is this thing? You're giving me JFig 11 a.m.
This is not audio, okay?
I don't know what you're talking about, though. I hear you guys just fine.
Okay, it's gonna happen.
I can see you.
All
Looks
right.
good.
Well,
but you guys gotta wonder. You guys gotta wonder for the Sixers tonight. You think that they're gonna want the lights on, and they're gonna want to say their prayers and maybe have an extra lookout because you get to a certain time at the Kaseya Center. Leroy.
Leroy's not going to talk to you until you're on camera.
No. He's checked out. He's like talking to his AC guy. Leroy, we got a big game tonight, and you're not even paying attention.
I also feel like you're under something.
I'm not talking to a circle.
Dude, JFig has to fix it. I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with
JFig has to do nothing. This is all
He's
on
the
you.
video producer. She can fix it.
I'm not at your house. I can't fix it.
How can you not fix it?
Okay. I fixed it.
She's a lasher, dude.
Oh, put me on the train.
Man.
Do you please unveil whatever shenanigans are up to?
Well, let me just ask you something. Do you think that the Sixers know?
Huh?
Know what?
No, I don't think they know.
Do you think that they're ready?
I don't think they're ready. I don't.
JFig, do you think they're ready?
I'm not ready.
Leroy.
I'm not talking to a circle. Sorry.
I feel like he's under something. I can hear his breath way too well.
Do you think that they're ready?
I'm not talking to a circle. Sorry.
You can't lash out. You can't.
They're not ready.
Stick a knee on the show. Okay, like you can't bow out. You're not Cristobal. You can't bow out of a play. So, do you think the Sixers are ready? That's all I'm asking.
I refuse
Simple question.
to talk to a circle.
Do you think that they know though?
Get it for a buck. Go dancing. Go dancing. Go get it for a buck.
Man, you guys are so not mature.
Neither are you. You're a talking circle.
I'm doing the show just fine. You got to fix it. You're the video producer.
I cannot fix it. I'm not at your house.
I mean, you can get the camera back on.
No, I cannot.
All right. I guess we'll just have to scare our way back into this game. The Sixers don't know what they're in for because it's scary hours come 7:30 tonight at the Kaseya Center.
Hey, so let me get this straight, you jackass. This is the guy that doesn't want to ask Jimmy about riding a horse.
This is the guy who's mature. I knew he was under something.
I may need to change.
You're not scaring anyone.
It's scary hours, JFig. Scary hours at the Kaseya Center tonight.
The only thing you scare are possums.
What?
Because they know what they saw cousin Jimmy and what his interactions were with you.
Dude.
And so you scare all possums.
They got a cute little guard down game, but let me tell you something. Mr. Glass coming back for their team is not going to do nothing for him. Tobias Harris or out is going to do nothing for him.
Hold on. Hold on, jackass. You just got on Marcos when Klay Thompson went for 28. Okay? Be careful.
Listen, I'm not worried about it. He can bring his full deck tonight, assuming he can get through this game.
Hold on. Neither was Marcos.
Because we got one thing. We got one thing they're not ready for, dude.
Hey.
Wait, when you say what they're not ready for, can you grab a phone and then say it into the phone, please?
Do you know what they're not ready for, JFig?
No, tell me.
Marcos, do you know what they're not ready for?
No, man. I don't know what they're not ready for.
Leroy, do you know what they're not ready for?
Not playing your game because we got on Marcos about talking about Klay Thompson, and now you're talking about I ain't afraid of Kyle Lowry. If you go out here and score 25 points, okay, I don't want to hear it.
Trust me, dude. He's not going to be the only BBL on the court around the Kaseya Center tonight. So I'll tell you what they're not ready for. But first thing to call it 305-567-0560. 305-567-0560 if you want to know what the Sixers aren't ready for, because they are not ready tonight for what's hitting them right in the snot box as they walk into that arena barely clinging to hope that they can avoid the play-in. All right, Jennifer? That's just the facts. Because let me tell you something. She's not the only one here who can crop. The Heat, they could crop the Sixers right in the playoff.
Keep it up.
You don't even got to worry about it, dude. You don't even have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Eddie, you there?
Oh, I'm here.
Hey, let me ask you a question, dude.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you know what the Sixers aren't ready for tonight?
I am dying to know. It is scary how much I want to know.
It is scary, isn't it? It is scary, isn't it, Eddie? Because they ain't ready for Scary Terry, dude. They're not ready for Scary Terry in that shot making. Okay? We don't have some point guard who's trying to facilitate out there right now, dude. We got ourselves a shot maker in the Kaseya Center tonight. And that's why, scary.
I'm sorry, but Scream does not make that noise.
Well, Scary Terry does. That's in fact what he does after every bucket. Woo!
Game Ops, you heard it here.
You heard it, Game Ops. Is Leo still there? Or did he leave?
Leo
left, but Eddie's still
You
there.
scared
Eddie
him.
wants to know.
You scared Leo.
Oh, Eddie's still there?
Eddie's still there.
Hey, Eddie.
Yo,
How are you, buddy?
talk to me, reliable Tobes.
Reliable.
Dude, do you know how reliable Scary Terry is?
Can you please tell me
He's
how reliable Scary Terry is?
Well, you remember how unreliable Kyle Lowry was to take shots? It's the opposite of that, dude. It's the opposite of that.
He said it doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell, didn't ring buckets. What a night, dude. I cannot wait. Leroy, can you wait for the night, dude?
You're asking for it.
What do you mean?
Marcos did the same thing.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
It did.
He had a vendetta against a great basketball player who's not what he was. I am simply declaring confidence in my basketball team. That's all I'm doing. And you three want to be bumps on logs tonight because you're not prepared for what Scary Terry's going to do to them. He's going to strike fear in their hearts tonight. You hear me, Kyle? You weren't ready for whatever robots you're doing for the Sixers? Joel, your best friend who left you for Bam Adebayo and is riding horses in Miami while you sit there with those cronies in Philadelphia? Or you, Nick Nurse, you four-eyed nerd?
Oh, what?
And Tyrese Maxey, you think you're so fast? You think you're so fast? You think you're fast? He's pretty fast. But you think you're fast? You're not Terry Rozier fast. You're not Terry Rozier fast. And are we all not forgetting about the secret weapon that we have tonight? Leroy?
What secret weapon?
The Terminator, dude.
Huh?
The Serbian Terminator, who's now been dubbed the Undertaker. And whose favorite person is a ghost than a person responsible for death? Nico and Terry Rozier, dude. It's all all happening for us.
Wow.
You
Big
have
beat
lost-
down coming tonight.
You have lost your damn mind.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
I want to know when he ordered that mask.
With this whole thing?
No, can I just tell you? It sounds like something Tommy was last year.
What do you mean?
Because that's what Tommy would be.
No. You're not feeling festive? It's scary hours, dude. Woo.
You're listening.
Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the program. So, Marcos, what giveaways do we have today, man? I saw that note that you said. So what do we have? We didn't have Tortuga for today. We're out of Tortuga.
We're out of Tortuga.
I apologize. I apologize, everybody. Hey, that's not on me, but I'll put that on me.
Yeah, that's really mature of you, as you would say. But yes, and as opposed to the normal stained tickets that we'd be giving away, today we will be giving away tickets to see Korn at the I Think Amphitheater. And that's going to be on September 14th. Korn, most notably from their song, I don't know any Korn.
Freak on a Leash.
Freak on a Leash, of course.
Right? That's got to be the most famous Korn song.
That has to be for sure. Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll give those away before the end of the segment. We got some news coming down the wire.
Ooh.
The Miami Marlins. Not good news.
Okay.
Not good news.
Mm-hmm.
When I started with Marlins, you probably should have known.
Yeah.
What a year this is, man.
No.
The Marlins have announced.
Oh, no.
Let me just get this damn tweet up.
It's what our listeners are saying in the chat. I hope this is some cool joke.
Nope.
Leroy, you're about to get to some Marlins news.
The Marlins have announced Eury Pérez will undergo season-ending Tommy John surgery.
Oh my God!
So, well, we said this before. It's like a rite of passage.
According to Craig Mish, Perez threw a bullpen session on Tuesday. He felt elbow tightness, experienced a drop in velocity. His surgery will be Monday.
Listen, you can deal with a lot of stuff, right? Once you hear drop in velocity, everybody starts panicking.
Yeah. Oh.
Can I ask, is that just like a thing we have to accept now? That like
A rite of passage. All pitchers
every pitcher will have Tommy John surgery. Is that a thing? Like,
you have to wonder too. It's such an unnatural motion, and these guys are throwing harder than ever. If we're throwing too hard, maybe
what's
are we
amazing?
gassing these guys up way too young, and they don't stretch them out the right way, obviously, because you have to wait a month for a guy to even go and give you a complete game.
You know what's amazing? It's amazing that in women's softball, the same pitcher pitches every game.
Is that true?
Yeah. The same pitcher pitches every game.
That true?
Yeah.
Every game?
Yeah, huh?
You're saying you have one pitcher in softball?
Yep.
So they don't have series?
Nope.
You sure?
Dude, they can throw all day.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 second. Let me still go.
Man, I'm looking at like history of like Tommy John surgeries to see if there's any trend of like, I feel like these things are becoming more prevalent. And I know you say it's a rite of passage, but damn, there has to be another way. Maybe you're right, Leroy. Maybe we got to hit him with the swing underneath him. Maybe
there's just too many guys. There's too many guys throwing hard.
Yeah. Throw slower.
So
No
look
one
at this
cares
straight.
about strikes anyway.
Barry has a back-to-back.
Yeah.
And they played Rollins. You're telling me I go to the box score, it's the same starting pitcher?
Yeah.
Find
I
out.
don't think so, dude. I don't think so.
Wait.
Come on, put it on the dartboard. Put it on the dartboard. If he's wrong,
What on the
something.
dartboard?
If he's
Here,
wrong,
ready?
Leroy's
Okay. Pitchers are typically switched out when the batters for the other team are hitting well or the pitchers are having issues with ball, but they don't say it. They don't
There's like
say
7 pitchers on the Barry roster. Why would they
Yeah,
only
that
need-
doesn't mean anything. The one pitcher, they pitch like every day.
I don't think so, dude. I think you made stuff up.
There's no proof. There's no proof behind this.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Wait,
that,
here. Can softball pitchers pitch 2 days in a row? But despite these signs that the windmill pitching motion in softball is not as safe as previously thought, there are no pitching limitations in fast pitch softball as there are in baseball. This means that some softball pitchers can pitch multiple games in a single day, up to 3 days in a row in some cases.
Where are you
You
reading
think I'm
that?
kidding?
FakeGoogle.com.
No.
Oh, this guy.
It sounds like one of my bits. Like I would have just made that up. Just I happen to Google this.
I'm telling you, I've seen it.
Bro, no, you haven't. When's the last time you watched a softball game?
When you're perusing through ESPN and the channels.
Okay.
I
could barely get you to stop on baseball. I'm here to believe you're watching LSU Tigers softball.
Dude, go Tigers.
Go
Hey,
Tiger.
no.
Go
Hey.
Tiger.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. You know, I didn't get got by Google.
Cat Lord says it's Tommy John, not Susie Lou. Did they have softball have that? She's going down. She got the old Susie Lou.
Listen. Wait, I played Sergey over 5 Bobrovsky. I played softball. We had the same guy pitch 2-3 games in one day and then pitch again the next day.
Respectfully, Sergey Bob over Fivovsky. Are you surprisingly a woman, or are you talking about men's slow pitch softball?
We're talking about fast pitch.
And are these 40-year-old
Leroy got Jimmy John surgery.
I'm gonna tell you, it would be something always tells me.
I'm telling you, when they do these games, it's the same pitcher every game.
So if I were to go to like the stats on a softball team, like they're all just pitching. What do they go? 6 innings?
7.
7?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Or are you guessing?
No, I think 7.
Okay.
Nobody plays a 6-inning game
just
except your
asking.
little league team because they have the 8-run rule or whatever.
Oh, the mercy rule.
Mercy rule. Go look at here. I'm gonna do this. I don't know why on earth LSU women's.
I think it's because mainly just we don't trust that you just had that knowledge readily available.
No,
it's just a strange thing to know.
Because can I tell you why? Because to be honest with you, because all of our parks are close to each other, so we all knew each other.
Yeah, still don't buy it, dude. Still not buying it at all.
Okay.
So are you saying that we should have everybody in baseball go to the softball motion?
Yeah, I do think so. Because what's the worst? I mean, what does this increased pitching speed bring you? Strikeouts and strikes and foul balls. And those are literally the 3 worst things in baseball. Okay. Except for when you get like a perfect game.
Pitching.
I want a 14-13 game.
Here's the deal. So you got
put it on a tee.
You got games played 21, innings pitched 97. Right? So 7 innings, that'd be 140. So she's come out a couple. Here's one. Games played 27, innings pitched 49. She been getting rocked. Or she's the cleanup. She's the
here goes Leroy shaming athletes again.
No.
After just reading their box scores.
No, that means she's gotten she's probably the relief pitcher whenever they need her. But the main pitcher, wait, Sydney Berzon, right?
Yes.
21 games, she's pitched 97 innings. Only one other person is closer to them. And that's she's pitched 60 innings.
They played 34 games though.
Huh?
They played 34 games.
Right, but it's games played. So that means that the other girls could have came in relief. But their main pitcher is this Sydney Berzon. She pitches all the games. Wait, they played 34 games. She has 9 complete games. She's 13-1.
How many games do they have?
34.
All right, so she's pitching like half the games.
That's more than, dude. What math are you using? That 21 is half of 30. Oh my god!
I didn't hear you say games. I just went by record. My bad, dude. Sorry.
They 34 total games.
The
team. The team.
And she pitched 14 of them.
She's pitched 21 of them.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of games.
I mean, it's not every game.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Sorry, Jenny Finch. Didn't realize you were such an expert.
No, I just said it. It was just
My
I'm
bad.
just like,
Didn't mean to.
no, we were talking about pitching, and I'm saying, hey,
Hmm.
the softball pitchers pitch every game.
Which we proved to be incorrect, though.
They do.
So
They don't
if we
complete
pitch,
every game, she's a starting pitcher. I promise you, she's a starting pitcher in almost every game.
okay. So if we go to a situation where these baseball players are pitching closer, is that what they should do? Closer distance?
That ain't gonna help.
No,
know
dude.
what's
I
gonna
solved it
help.
already. Put it on a tee. No more pitchers.
Really?
Who really likes pitchers anyway?
Really?
You guys like pitchers? Like for real? You like baseball? You like pitchers? What
I
are
do
some
like
of the
pitchers, yeah.
what pitchers do you like, dude?
Dontrell Willis,
Okay, well
Josh
that's old
Beckett,
that's when the
AJ
game.
Burnett, Jose Fernandez, Sandy
These are all-
Alcantara.
Okay, love Sandy. He's a horse.
He is a horse.
Yeah, but like recent day pitchers, like all those pitchers that you name are all great from the past. Now it's a game of home runs. Who are the big names? Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Mike
Hey.
Ohtani does both.
I will not.
He's
I
good.
will never
Tommy
in my
John's
I will never in my life say one negative thing about Jim Abbott. He's
The hell is a
my
Jim
hero.
Abbott?
Jim Abbott,
He had one hand.
and he threw a no hitter in the major leagues,
Luck.
and he went to Michigan.
What the hell's wrong with you?
You know, the other day I found out I had a problem. We were watching. I don't know. Actually, there's this very nice lady who takes care of my child Monday through Friday, and for some reason I was like, gotta watch her. Gotta watch. She's so nice. I realized then and there, and when I was watching children's television, like, don't trust that kid. That sometimes I just like to be a negative Nancy. So
You are a negative Nancy sometimes.
I'm gonna go ahead and apologize to Jim Abbott for just saying his no was luck, and you know, think before I speak from now on.
Did you guys know there was a no hitter this week already?
Yes, the first day.
Flew
First
over
day.
my head.
It was the Padres. It was the Padres, right?
Astros.
Astros.
You tell me
Astros.
I can't even get a win, and someone's out here doing a no hitter.
Yep.
Rough.
Well, don't worry, dude. We got Puck.
Oh,
What do you think Skip Schumacher's reaction is when he finds this news out? He's 0-7, and then Peter Bendix has to call him up, and he goes, Skip, gotta tell you, Yuri's going under the knife. Like, does he have to immediately like find a heavy bag to go punch? Does he go and break a
I
baseball
don't
bat?
understand. Here's what I can't figure out for the life of me. And I know I'm not gonna say that like all sports have different injuries, right? That are just as debilitating as maybe football or hockey. So I'm not gonna say it because I don't know what it takes to do these motions or whatever, right? But they went into camp saying can't wait till everybody gets healthy. I'm like, you just got here. You didn't play baseball for 5 months. And now he's having Tommy John? What happened in that period of
I
time?
don't know.
But again, I mean, you got your two best pitchers have Tommy John, and does that mean that maybe they're not doing something right? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's kind of tough. I mean, they're two different situations. One guy threw more innings than ever. One guy they babied last year. That's why that was kind of my argument though last year with Eury Pérez. My whole point of the argument was, which I got scolded at by Tommy.
Point anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That was my whole freaking point last year with them putting Eury on the shelf was, if he's going to get it, he's going to get it. Why are we limiting these guys on? You can't do anything about it. It's an unnatural motion. It's going to happen. Stop babying these guys.
Here's my question. Like, if you're going to have an unnatural motion, the only way you can get stronger at it is to do it more. You're not going to get stronger at it by babying them and then putting them in these, game time situations where they rev it up because they've never done it.
Crazy, man. All right. Take a break. Back after this. gosh. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the program. If you guys are just tuning in, Eury Pérez is getting Tommy John surgery. But before we get back into that, tomorrow we're going to be out at the LIV Golf Tournament, the LIV Golf Tour down in Doral. Leroy, tell the people about it, man. What do we got coming up here with the LIV Golf Tournament? What can we expect if people haven't decided they want to get out there? What do we have going on?
So just a little, idea of what LIV Golf is. It is a party. It's, still some of the best players in the world, but there's DJs, they wear shorts. It's more of a relaxed atmosphere. There's team golf, there's individual golf, and they play for a boatload of money. That's what you need to know. Golf's boldest league is coming back to Miami from this Friday, April 5th to Sunday, April 7th. And now's your chance to be there. Catch LIV Golf at Doral's Blue Monster and see John Rahm, Brooks Koepka, and Dustin Johnson take on one of the world's most fearsome golf courses with live DJs and a concert by Akon. Tickets are selling fast, so grab yours now at livegolf.com. That's livegolf.com.
Live.
It's actually a cool concept for this reason. A lot of the golfers that are very stoic, are very, serious when you've seen them on the regular tour. And they're still very competitive, but it's a more relaxed setting. You can wear shorts. There's music going on. And so for that reason, maybe you get a guy like Brooks Koepka, who's, you think of as being very stoic. Maybe you see him in a different light. Or maybe a guy like John Rahm, who's always been Mr., serious about golf. Maybe you see him on a different light and see good golf at the same time. I mean, I know a lot of these guys, I tell you all the time, I know Jason Duffner, everybody sees him as, the guy leaning up against a wall sleeping. And I'm like, no, that's not him at all. That's just the way they are around golf.
Also, I love John Rahm's noodles.
That would be John's ramen noodles.
Okay. Hey, you know what? -1, dude.
-1.
-1.
It's not really funny anymore, baby.
So it's really cool. And so the other thing is that there's a lot of different aspects to it. So there's team golf. I was watching earlier this year, or just listening earlier this year. There was a trade. They traded a golfer? They traded golfer from one team to the next.
Damn.
Right, to another team. So it's like
business.
it's a little bit different. I don't think I just think for me, it's a chance to see golfers in a light that I've seen golfers outside of the PGA Tour, and they still golf really well. They're still really good at what they do. But to kind of see them in a more of a relaxed atmosphere, it doesn't mean they don't take it serious, because guess what? A lot of these guys still can play in the majors.
I was perusing
Twitter. Didn't Brooks Koepka win the U.S. Open last year, I want to say? Yeah.
Tea time, dude. Kenny Spence, NBA, put this on Twitter. Apparently, these are excerpts from the New York Post after the Heat beat the Knicks. And it says, it is a little extra aggravating losing to a team that actually has the gall to wear jerseys that have Heat culture stitched on the front. Is it even more infuriating to dribble over an enormous Heat culture logo that is painted at midcourt at the Kaseya Center 100 times a game? Of course it is.
Yeah, wow. Okay, but guess what? It's the same way we feel about hearing Mecca Bro everywhere.
It says, but until the Knicks or really anyone else knock the Heat off their sanctimonious pedestal, They've got a right to crow about their culture, to revel in their self-righteousness. Wow. Because until proven otherwise, the Heat are a distasteful and deceptive opponent this time of year. The Knicks found that out a year ago, as did the Bucks and Celtics. You sure did. By the way, there's a lot of Knicks fans right now killing Jaime Jaquez because Julius Randle got hurt on Jaime taking a charge against him. And what I think is hilarious about this is, like, you think Jaime, a rookie, intentionally injured your precious Julius Randle, who you didn't want 3 seconds ago. This is the same thing the Bucks fans are saying. Everybody gets mad at the Heat because they play hard, and sometimes players happen to get hurt. You guys think the Heat are actually out here injuring. I never once, other than Josh Hart, thought that when the Celtics got Terry Rozier in midair, I was like, oh, those dirty Celtics.
Hey,
Josh Hart's dirty, though. That was a dirty play.
Can I just say this to this Nick T? Come to LIV, see your favorite washed-up golfers. 70-year-old men can play in the majors. Leroy, it's golf. Brooks Koepka won the PGA Championship last year. Boxed in.
Ooh. Well, I'm going to tell you something. If I see Koepka tomorrow, I'm just going to yell, Ekblad! If I get kicked out, dude. You're not going to let me bring a traffic cone into a LIV?
It's okay. I'm sure there will be on site.
There'll be traffic cones out there, dude.
Yeah. He'll sign it for me?
Huh?
Think he'll sign it for me and just write Ekblad parking cone?
Yeah, I think that's the whole point of all of this, is that you don't get to see serious, golfer guy while still getting to see good golf.
Well, looking forward to it. We'll be out there tomorrow. Heat basketball. You got that
How
coming
do I
up.
get there?
What?
What?
Heat basketball back on the air tonight, 7:30. If you guys want to go see Solana, he'll be over at 601 in the East Plaza starting at 6:15 for pre-heat. We got a swag tent over there giving out swag.
I'll be at 602 because I'm better.
Okay. -1. So go see Solana. Nope. And finally, if you guys want to go see Korn right now, caller number 601.
6 + 1, Marcos.
7.
Caller 7. Caller 7 305-567-0560 will win a pair of tickets to see Korn this September at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. If you guys want to go see Korn at the I Think Financial Amphitheater, caller 7 to 305-567-0560. We will talk to you guys from the LIV Golf Tour tomorrow.
Heavens to Betsy.
Oh, Jimmy, that horse gave me the vapors.
Hope you mother have a good day.